All right. Hello, it's your boy Yoshikidneo, and we're back. In the world of Boridil, I think I'll call this stream The Adventures of Boridil. Mainly because I don't really have anything thought out as to what to call it. Come here, pal. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come over here. The fans want to see you. So for now, to be determined in the long run, but I plan to call it probably Adventures of Borodil doesn't seem too bad. Today should be fun though. The party's going to be essentially meeting each other almost like it's the first time that they've ever met, even though their characters have technically played together. But we'll see how that goes. So, enjoy.
So
What
it's gonna be a
type?
lot. Blood Fang.
Sweet.
So I'm about to be, and the kicker is I'm also a luchador.
Like for bowls? Are you a monk?
Yeah, I'm a monk, luchador monk.
Hell yeah.
So it's like a lichen luchador. So you're just gonna be hearing me like going into Macho Man Randy Savage rants.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome. I made a luchador hobbit as an NPC in my campaign. His name is El Pollo Loco, and he ended up peeing on one of my PCs
Oh god.
because I forgot I made him a level 9 monk, and he was like level 4, and he challenged him to fight in the fighting pits, and he just destroyed him and embarrassed him, and it was amazing.
Oh my god.
So now he has a
naturally,
personal vendetta against him.
That's
hilarious.
actually hilarious.
Dude.
And every time he shows up, I play that.
Oh, God.
That's funny as fuck, dude.
Hey Brady.
All right, what's up?
So you asked me before I left work if I wanted a bonus in my intelligence or constitution.
Yeah,
think
which
I'm gonna
one
go
do you
ahead
want
and-
your?
I'm gonna go with my constitution. I don't think I'm gonna be using spells a ton.
Okay, in that case, let me make this switch.
It's always a good choice, Swaff.
Okay.
Constitution is super important.
So
Yeah.
now I need you to make a decision of do you want to roll your HP or do you want to take the average? You have a D8, so you'll roll the D8. Your first roll is always max, but the other rolls you can roll for it or take 5. In the event that you get a 1, you get to re-roll that, but in the unlikely event you roll another 1, you have to keep that, which happened to Ethan yesterday, and it was hilarious.
Get
What
fucked.
would my
have-
HP be if I did all 5s?
Yeah, and I got screwed.
30, 38, and then I won't say what your constitution is, but if you do all 5s plus the 8 that you have, no, it wouldn't be 38. It'd be 33.
Okay. I don't know whether that's very high or low.
For level 6, it's not terrible. Think of it this way.
Snoopy's
The
is 47.
highest. Yeah, but that's also including his constitution. I haven't.
Oh, yes.
This isn't including your constitution. This is just like if you take the average, and then your constitution gets multiplied by what level you are, and you add that to it. And I'm
Okay.
assuming you can see your sheet, so you can do that math.
Yeah. I think I'll
So-
just take the 5s for now, and then I'll probably roll from here on out just for the hell of it.
Okay.
Just so I have a
That's
good base.
Good decision, probably.
Yeah, you can
But
ask
knowing
Ethan
me, I
how
roll like
upset he
that.
is about rolling a 1, and then I'm like, well, you get to re-roll it, and if it's a 1 again, you get to keep it, and then he rolled a 1. It was wonderful. I thought it was very funny.
Brady loves ones more than fucking anything.
I'm just too much of a gambling man.
Yeah, and it led to your downfall. Well, I
Even,
guess
like,
we'll see.
Like, what's a good hit point number to have?
Above average.
That's
So if you're
so hard to say because
like, yeah, there's really no good like, oh, you have to strive for this number, otherwise you're trash. There's no such thing as that. But essentially, if you can take the average number and figure out what your average hit points would be, if you can get above that for your class or for whatever hit die you have, then you're doing good. If you're below that, then you need to probably get the toughness feat or something. All right. But yeah, I'm pretty sure your HP is perfectly fine, especially for what you're playing. Yeah, you're good to go, dude.
is he a bard?
No.
I
plan to,
bard.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and bring it in. Let me. Oh, whoops! I forgot to get this map set up. I ended up using that same map that I had you guys start out. I used it in my last session, and now the party is currently being hunted by minotaurs. Pretty cool. All right. Well, last time that we left our friend fellows, aka we didn't do anything, you guys that were already a part of the crew in Barovia had been pulled out by this very, very powerful mage who had a proposition for you for pulling you out of Barovia. He said that he wanted you to take his apprentice, Vikavor, aka Ethan's character, and he wanted you to make him stronger and finish his learning because he couldn't teach him anything else, and now he needed to go and learn from somebody else. So for some reason this mage thinks that your group, your adventuring party, is just the people to do so. So I'm going to bring everybody's token out.
Why not us?
Hmm?
No, nothing. Just a Seahawk thing.
Oh.
Why not us?
Now, the thing is, though, now that you guys kind of got, people to actually roleplay with, since last time it was just Ethan and Snoopy, we'll kind of backtrack a little bit and retcon to the point where that mage tapped his cane and then bamped out of there. So at this point, 4 of you are standing together, and as you look at each other, you don't really remember each other. You remember adventuring in Barovia. You remember all the things that you had to deal with, the hags. You remember Strahd. You remember all the vampire spawn and stuff like that. You remember the town. You remember all the commoners. But as you look at each other, you don't remember these people specifically. You kind of try to reach back in your memory, and you're like, wait a second, who was I with? And all you see are like sort of blank silhouettes of people that were helping you out during this. So Snoopy, you remember, 4 other people that were with you, but you have no idea what they look like. So now you're looking at these guys and you're like, are these the guys I was with then for that whole time? Like, what is this? So that is where we will begin our session. Vikavor, you may start by introducing your character to the party, if you would.
All right. So I'm Vikavor. I was working as an apprentice for if I can remember his name. What's his name one more time?
Oh no, we're gonna start that way.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm pulling it up there.
No, you're good. Tymar. Tymar.
Tymar.
Here's Tymar
Okay.
for any of you that weren't here last week in actual Roll20. I don't know why his icon's so small. I'm actually about to change that now.
Yeah. I actually went back to go try to find his thing because I know it was in the chat. There's so much stuff in there now.
Yeah.
All right, so I was working as an apprentice for Tymar. I come from a noble family, and he was able to take me in and teach me the basics of what it means to be a warlock and understanding the pact that I've made to my patron. That's pretty much where I'm at.
Okay.
Can you point out which character is which as you?
Oh yeah. So this is Vikavor. This is Ethan's character. Do you guys want nameplates on for now?
Yeah,
That would be helpful just to know.
Yeah,
who's
I think that's a good idea.
I'll turn them on.
because I don't know who I'm looking at here.
who. So otherwise I'm gonna be like,
Snoopy.
that guy that's like 2 squares away from me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, that's a badass name, Saberwolf.
It's edgy as fuck.
I can tell we're gonna be best friends.
Swaff, I don't think I've got a name for your character. What's your character's name?
I've been so busy building my character that I don't have one thought up yet.
Do you want... I'm just going to name it Swaff for now, or
Mike.
if you...
Mike. Just be Mike.
Mike.
Have I shown you the have I shown you the fantasy name generator before?
No.
Okay, well, this might help you. So
Jim. Oh, Frank. Oh, you already Frank. Never mind.
yeah, he was Frankie specifically. That little fucker.
His name is Swaff.
So that right
breaking
there,
them.
that's specific for the race that you're currently playing, but you can go up to pop culture or the real names or anything like that. But under pop culture, you'll see Dungeons and Dragons, and then all the typical playable races are right there that you can choose from. So you can do that.
Hey, Brady.
What's
Where's
up?
the music coming from?
It's coming from Roll20 specifically, or
Okay.
directly rather. Is it too low? Too high? Not enough?
I was just trying to figure it out on Discord, so that makes sense. I couldn't figure it out.
Dope.
It's fine.
I know.
Especially since
So
I
yeah.
can change.
If you get a name, otherwise for now they can call you Swaff, just because I am not gonna name your character for you. So Vikavor has given his little speech to you guys about who he is, and you guys may go from there.
I'll step back from this one since we already had our little role play.
Yeah,
Except, I'm retconning that. Do it again.
I'm just gonna jump in for a moment here. One of the names that it recommended to me is Mormon.
Nice. Do
Like
I-
his
I'm not gonna go with
actual
it,
name is called Mormon.
It's Morman.
Be Mormon, dude.
What?
It's not that bad.
Wouldn't that be more man?
That shit's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so, I'll describe what I look like because I don't think you know. You see a beagle with an eye patch and a cape, well, a cloak, with a rapier at his side and a floating spectral hand.
Hmm.
And he's just chilling there. And then he's going to disappear and appear just to your side. He's gonna like put his legs up on you and like start trying to lick you and say hi. It's like, hi, I'm Snoopy. What is your name? Vikavor? Cool. What can you do? Do you see what I can do? Zoo, zoo, and I like blink back and forth, back and forth.
Hi, Snoopy. I like your eye patch.
Oh, thanks. And you see my hand go and lift the patch up, and my eye is intact. I just wear it because it's cool. I found this in this house in Barovia, and I think it looks really cool, so I just wear it.
Definitely unique.
Yes.
There's not a big ass Timar. Just so you
Jesus
know.
Christ.
I was scared for a second that my master came back. Giant.
Oh
force.
yeah, you guys do your role play introductions as this gigantic bad guy just comes in. Well, it's nice to meet you, Vikavor. What can you
Nice.
do? Are you said you're a warlock?
I am a warlock. And question for you guys. I'm like, I don't know when I'm allowed to use stuff or how it's supposed to be used. So I have
Just
a
you
I
pretty
mean,
much
you
just say, I want to cast this spell, and I'm like, all right, cast it, and then you go from
Nice.
there. So
Nice. I want to cast, use my minor illusion to make a small black cat appear behind Snoopy.
I'm assuming I noticed this, and I
oh cool, now it works better.
turn
That's
around
time
and you see my haunches go up, and I start growling at this cat. I'm gonna try and like bite it.
All right, as you go out to try to bite the cat, your mouth goes straight through it, and you can tell at this point that it is in fact an illusion.
And so then, like, my tail will start wagging. I turn my head, it's like, oh, did you do that? That was so cool.
Yep, that's one of the things I've learned so far.
Oh, that's sweet. Wait, who are all those guys? I don't
Yeah.
recognize them.
We'll take a step closer so I can see what they look like.
Okay, so Donovan, this guy right here, I'm pretty sure he's got a mechanical owl on his shoulder. I can't remember if he said he wanted to go that route or not, but he's wearing a tux. He's got a neato little mustache welded onto his face, and a monocle and a hat. And he sort of takes off his hat and goes, "Pleasure to meet you. I am Donovan Temple, but you can call me Mr. Tux."
Did he find this token or make it?
He found it. He's not
Okay.
that.
He based it off of this. Okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, that is amazing. Alright, sorry.
Yeah, Gerald's not that talented, but.
Gerald's not playing tonight, right?
Mhm.
He's not getting it tonight.
Nah.
Okay.
Correct. So that'll be Donovan's intro. He can
Cool.
introduce himself later if he wants.
Sounds good.
Next to
Alright.
him, you see this saber wolf, this lichen.
Hold on. I'll introduce myself. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the description. You just see a man, about 6 foot, brown skin, tan skin tone, walking towards everybody. And all right, now I'm about to go ahead and get into character real quick. So you wonder who I am, huh? You're wondering why I am. You're wondering where I wear a mask, right? Well, I am a warrior beyond your expectations. I'm what you would call a gladiator, but I'm for your entertainment. I make everyone happy. I am. And then I just transform into this wolf
Rawr.
that you see here. I am Saber Wolf.
You
As I
hear
flex.
applause coming from the trees.
Like, really?
Nice.
Yes, actual applause coming from the trees.
As I continue to flex all my muscles.
I'm
You hear a
standing
wolf
there
whistle.
I'm
literally
like,
coming
here,
from the
like,
trees.
looking at him, kind of scared, but also like intrigued, like not really sure
Very nice.
what's going on.
So we have 2 dogs on our team. Is that right?
I am
Kind
not a
of.
dog.
I would like to use minor illusion once again, and I place the black cat right behind him this time to see what happens.
Saber Wolf, as you watch Vikavor wave his hands and sputter some arcane words, he points behind you.
I teleport directly to the cat and try to bite it.
And you all of a sudden watch
Nice.
Snoopy just disappear, and you can hear behind you. And as you turn around to look, there is a black cat that's just sitting there, not blinking, not purring, not breathing, nothing. and Snoopy is trying to bite it, but every time he goes in, his mouth just like goes to the other side of the cat. You both can tell that this is an illusion.
Oh, so I see that they are different. There's only one dog on our team.
Right. And look back, observing Snoopy biting at the illusion.
I look up at you and I like do a play bow.
And then I look a little puzzled and just like, you're a nice, cute dog. But then again, how are you talking?
Well, long story short, my master gave me special powers because I was such a good boy before. And he gave me magical abilities. And yeah, that's basically it.
Interesting. I would go into how I became what I am, but that's a whole story for a later date.
Well, seems like we're going to spend lots of time together, so we got lots of time to figure that out.
Indeed we do.
Forest
Who's this
ambience.
guy?
It's rhythm. Just so you're aware, you have to manually change rhythm's volume. So if it's too loud for you, just right click and turn it down. But I'm doing this for, dramatic flair. As Snoopy says that, he looks at this sort of mechanical creature that's very similar to Donovan. Swaff.
Whoa.
I'll walk up to him and just ask him, "Why so quiet, buddy? Why don't you introduce yourself?"
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Oh god.
He looks at you and says, "Downloading dictionary." Kidding.
So just so you guys know, I don't have this completely fleshed out, but I can give you somewhat of a brief overview. I am Bowrin. I am a animatronic that was brought to life. I was fixed up by a tinker and his apprentice, and in doing so, there was an accident, and the apprentice was killed. But they were able to find a mage who was able to infuse the apprentice's soul into the animatronic, and that's me.
Wait. Are you the apprentice? Or
Yes.
are you... Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Another
now
apprentice.
that I'm too big to do a lot of the tinkering that I used to do, I still have, a lot of the knowledge and the ability to, but I have set off in the world to find my own path.
So how do you fight?
You watch as my arm, the plating on my arm opens up, and my hand spins backwards, and a revolver pops out.
Oh, hell yeah.
I look a little closer
Bastion.
I look closer towards him, and then I place my nail to the top of his head and just poke a little bit.
You hear
So that
tink,
means we
tink.
have two metalheads with us now.
Yeah, essentially.
Nerf Bastion.
Interesting. What's a bastion?
I'm already Tracer.
Oh,
Facts. I like it.
All right. I'm going to move in for a closer look, too. Right.
okay.
Ooh. Can I get the special ability to go back in time and heal myself, Brady?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you
Tracer.
should be at full health. Oh, you want that? No,
Oh, okay.
no.
No,
I
you
mean,
can live long and suffer.
maybe if you get a special thing later in life, sure. But for now, you've got what you got.
Big oof.
So as you guys are, finishing up your rounds of introducing yourselves, you hear some voice chatter coming from the forest to your north.
Can I
Like in common.
You can't. It's undistinct. You can't really tell what exactly is being said. You can just hear that there are voices.
Well, Snoopy's gonna go check that out. Do you guys hear that?
I'm gonna follow right behind him. Interesting.
All right.
I will join along.
Snoopy, as you start getting closer to the tree line, go ahead and roll perception, as well as
Is that a
with
gather
everybody
info?
else.
What's that?
The gather info is not going to work. That is
Alright,
for the tokens on the map.
Okay.
I'll actually get rid of that for everybody.
So if
Should
it's
be
on
gone.
hearing or smell, 24. If it's not, 15.
All right. So as you guys are, and let's see. Why did it whisper? Always whisper rolls. We don't want that. We want whisper toggle. There. So real quick, I think all of your sheets currently are toggled to whisper to me, so I'm changing that real fast. In the future, if I tell you to whisper something to me, you see the sort of red buttons on your character sheet, kind of underneath your character name. Red is what is activated. So right now it should all be public. So that means whenever you roll something, it rolls in public. And to the GM, only whispers it to where you and I see it. So if I tell you to whisper me a roll, make sure you click that button and then do your roll. Otherwise, we're all good now. So let's see. So Kevin, as you're walking around, you're kind of you're looking past the trees and you don't see anything out there. So you kind of like scratch your head and you're like, I don't get it. But Snoopy, he knows a little thing or two about the woods, and he knows if he doesn't see something on the ground and he can't smell it, it's probably in the tree. And he's right. As he looks up there, he sees this tiny little green-skinned, very, very tiny, like, pixie. Kind of just sitting on the tree, like, swinging her legs back and forth, and she kind of giggles when he makes eye contact with her.
I go up to a tree. Roo, 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 roo. I
Okay.
say, hi there.
Hello!
Oh my god.
Oh God.
What's your name?
What? They call me Pix.
Pix? What are you?
Pix.
That's creative.
I'm a pixie.
My god. You're a pixie? What are you doing?
I was just observing what you guys were doing.
And as she says "but," she sort of hops off of the tree branch, starts falling, and then flaps her wings, and then is pretty much fluttering right in front of your face.
I was wondering if maybe you guys could help me out.
What you need?
Well, there seems to be some trespassers in our woods, and I would like to get rid of them. You guys are trespassers too, but if you help me do this, maybe I can talk to grandmother and she'll allow it. By the way, Pix is just what I like to be called. My real name is Essie.
Essie? Well, I'm Snoopy.
Correct.
It's nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Snoopy.
I put
And
my
then she-
one paw forward and lean my head back. Like, we're heroes. We're glad to help. I look back, like, make sure they're like okay with it.
I'm looking around, not even paying attention.
I'm gonna move closer to get a better look at this little pixie. Nice. Snoopy, how do you know we can trust this this pixie.
I got a good vibe.
All right, that's good enough for me.
Your friend's awfully rude.
Yeah, we just met. He's a little tough to warm up to, but you'll like him later.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you get rid of these trespassers, then I don't see any problem.
Is there anything you can tell us about these trespassers?
Well, from what I've seen, it seems to be a pretty large group of humans, and they all came from the north. I don't know why, but they're starting to really, really bugger me. They're all around my tree.
Where's your tree?
This way. But watch your step. This forest isn't the most friendly. Hopefully with me in your presence, though, it won't try to kill you.
That's assuring.
I hope so too. I kind of bound back. I disappear and pop up between you guys. Hey guys, we're gonna help this pixie. You guys cool with that?
I lean
Donovan
down.
comes up and sort of nods his head. It goes within my programming.
Now I lean down to look towards Snoopy, and then look at the pixie, and then walk past to her. What is this about trespassers?
Well, they came from the north, and they've started to live near my tree, and I can hear them all through the night, and I don't really like it because I need my sleep.
We'll do it!
I like this one a lot.
All right, guys, I agree. We should do it.
I lean down to you guys and say in a way that only my party can hear. But I say let's get this over with.
Now, how do you go? Do you have an ability that lets you do that, or are you trying to say it stealthily?
Stealth whispered. I lift
Okay.
Snoopy's ear up and say it very quietly into his ear.
Okay. So Essie kind of looks at you, or she turns around as you do that and starts to flutter towards the north.
Well,
like
we're
looking at
burning
him and,
valuable daylight, and looking at all of you, I don't think you can see at night very well.
Oh, you underestimate me.
That's why I said not all of you.
Got him. Thank you.
No.
Okay. So as you guys start to follow her, since this is Ethan's first session ever, Ethan, describe the forest that you see around you with as little or as much detail as you want. Putting you on the spot today.
All right. As we step out of the meadow right there, I mean, it was a clearing.
Yeah, so you guys are like this is a relatively large clearing for this forest. You would know the twisted wood is typically it's a pretty dense forest. It's also not to be traveled lightly, as there are a lot of stories of people going into the twisted wood, getting lost, and never being found again. It's heavily populated by fey creatures and other wildlife, but usually they don't bother people when they're wandering through in large groups, unless they start to tear up the forest. But there are a wide variety of flora and fauna to be found.
Okay. You want me to describe it?
Yep.
All right. So we're already into the forest now, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You don't know exactly where, as well. Actually, Vicavort does. The rest of the group has no idea where. They just know they're in the Twisted Wood. They know that name, and since they were on a mission around this area before they got to Barovia, they kind of realize, oh, we're back where we started.
Okay. So when I look around, I see it's a lot darker than it was in the meadow already. The tops of the trees have almost full leaves on them, but about 20 foot up from the ground, the trees don't have any leaves, and they're all just very sharp branches around us. And then way off in the distance, I see some glowing eyes, or what could be glowing eyes. I don't exactly know what they are, around me. And it's just very dark and very, very dense and hard to walk around. You have to stay on the trail.
Cool.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. That's great, actually. Solid.
Very nice job.
Cool.
For being put on the spot, you did wonderfully.
Nice.
So yeah, as you guys are walking and following Essie, she starts to every now and then, like she'll sort of trail back and sit on someone's shoulder. The first person is Saberwolf, as he's the closest, since he was like right behind Snoopy, and I believe Snoopy's the first one. Actually, yeah. What is y'all's marching order?
I guess I'll fall behind Snoopy.
Okay.
I'll follow behind you.
Yes, I'm in front.
Okay. And you guys watch Donovan Temple as he's moving. You constantly see his head swivel to look behind him and sort of scan the surroundings to make sure you're not followed, and then it swivels back to forward. But Essie sits onto Saberwolf's shoulder, and she kind of stretches out her arms and goes, ah.
I've been up all day and all night because these strangers won't stop having a party. Are you going to make sure? Are you going to kill them?
Well, if it can be avoided, I would try. But usually doesn't go that way.
Well, they looked relatively harmless. I'm not too worried about it. I would say, as long as you teach them a lesson so that they stay away from my tree.
I'll
Then
make
I'll make
sure
sure
I
that I
give
get
them
you guys out of this forest. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan. I'll make sure I give them a stern talking to before I beat their ass.
Very fun.
And with the marching order, she ends up floating back again to Balrin, and she lands on your shoulder. And she says this in a voice to where you can tell that she's talking, and you can kind of hear what's being said, but because of the footsteps and the rustling of the brush and stuff like that, you don't know exactly at this point what she said to Saberwolf.
Oh, I'd be so tired because I can't sleep because these partiers. Are you going to kill them for me?
We'll take care of them.
I want to make sure that each and every one of them are dead, okay?
Why do you want them dead? Why can't we just get rid of them?
No. Because if you just get rid of them, they're just going to come back. And then I'll have to find other adventurers to do it. I already told Saberwolf that I wanted them dead. And he said he'd take care of it. So I assume you're on the same page.
If it comes to that, then I'll do what I must.
You're a stern one. But that's okay, I guess. So, what's it like being made of metal?
Oh, well, that's convenient. He gets asked a question, and he's like, fuck it. I'm out of here.
Yeah. That's what I should do if I just get uncomfortable. I'm like, I'm gone. Bye.
Exposed.
Sorry, my
He's not
internet's
really
bad.
made of metal.
That was so funny.
Well, I'll do a little wolf sneeze. Pollen.
Did you hear the question that she asked you, Swaff?
No.
Oh.
So, what's it like being made of metal?
I mean, it's definitely a lot different than having flesh. I don't know. I'm a lot harder.
Interesting.
She starts to flap her wings and flutter. And then she goes up to Snoopy and sits on Snoopy's head.
What all can you smell?
I smell like moss and peat and stuff. And you have no idea how many animals have gone through here and how many of them. I just smell everything. It's a curse.
Can you smell those berries though?
Can I? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I say my tail starts to like wag a little bit. Oh yeah, I can smell them.
I
Smell
think
pretty
what you
good.
should do is you should gather those berries and give them to those travelers. But make sure that you only all eat the berries at one time, okay?
Okay. So I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll go
So you
gather the
gather,
berries.
yeah, you gather like a bag, like a little bag of berries, enough to like for everyone to kind of have a little bit of a snack. And she starts to fly forward a little bit, and you guys end up walking for like 30 minutes or so before she kind of stops in her place, and she comes down to your eye level, Snoopy.
Alright. They're right in front of us, about 50 feet or so. So you guys just do what you gotta do to get them out of here so that they stay away from my tree, okay?
You betcha, Missy. Alright, guys. I'm ready to destroy. I'm ready to tarnish. Who's with me? As I point in the air and march.
Very nice. I'm right behind you.
So you guys should be able to control your tokens and stuff. Actually, let me bring out a fresh batch since there we go. They didn't have their nameplates because I updated the token. So make sure that you can click and drag your token real fast.
Yep.
Okay. So you see about 50 feet or so, just like Essie said, you see a group of humans, all sitting around a small, relatively small campfire. You can tell that they're currently cooking something or boiling something in a pot. But you can see what it looks like. There's definitely two older gentlemen, uh, two younger looking women, one sort of middle-aged woman, and a child, probably 8 years old or so. And they're all kind of just sitting around this fire. As you guys start making your way out of the forest, if you wish to do so quietly, roll stealth check, and if not, we will proceed.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check.
Do we have to roll as a party, or can we do it individually?
You do it individually, and then since it's a group check, I determine if you guys have enough successes over failures for whatever you're rolling against, which you'll never know what you're rolling against unless I
Yeah.
explicitly tell you, and more than likely I'm not going to do that.
Okay. So to roll that, this is my first time rolling.
Yeah.
I just click on the stealth in my
Yep.
skills, correct?
Correct.
Before we go forward, was that his first roll?
That's
Hell
his
yeah.
first roll of the game. You wasted a nat 20, boy. So one thing oh, go ahead, Joe.
Before we like break cover of the forest, I'm gonna be like, do you guys just want to like walk in there? Or do you want to like game plan or? How do you guys
Well,
want to do this?
obviously, it wouldn't be ill-advised for me to walk in there, given my state.
So you're still the lichen?
Yeah, I'm still liking right
Mhm.
now. I could. What, Brady? Am I able to revert back to human form at this moment, or did I already use that up
Yeah,
during the
you
introduction?
can do it. I'm pretty
All right,
sure it
I'll be
says
right
that you
back.
have. Pretty sure it
Like an
says you
hour
have
or
a
two.
number of hours based on your level.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it now. Equal to
Okay, so
half your
half
total
hour.
levels. You've got 3 hours that you can assume human form per day.
Okay, so yeah. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I have to go do something. And then I come back.
Is someone
All
taking
right,
a
so
shit
what's the
over
plan?
there? I'm just joking. They don't say anything. I just
All
wanted
right.
to say that.
I guess best option would be we could go over there and introduce ourselves, all nice like. They get
I think
frothy.
Should we
Oh.
just send the three less mechanical of us, maybe as a less threatening party to start?
that might be a good idea, but maybe Snoopy shouldn't talk too much at first, so they don't freak out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Usually when I meet new people, I don't show that I'm a sentient dog right
Okay.
away.
Yeah, as
Very
far
good.
as they know, I would look like a circus performer.
Very nice. When you're in your human form, should we still call you Saberwolf?
Yes, that is the only name that you shall know at this time.
Okay. All right.
Ooh,
Sounds good to me.
mysterious.
All right,
So
I'm
real
gonna.
quick, just so everybody is aware, because I know I didn't talk about it in session 0, but this is more for Ethan because he hasn't
Mhm.
played before. So in combat and stuff, whenever you roll to attack things, when you see that
Mhm.
number turn green, that means it is a natural 20. So when you're trying to hit somebody with an attack, a natural 20 always hits regardless of what their armor class is. It could be 1,000 and you still hit them. I don't know how, but you do. If it's red, that means it's a natural 1. That means it misses regardless of what additional modifiers you have. So they could have an AC of 2 and you still miss them even if you roll a natural 1, but it ends up being like an 8. Now, when it comes to ability checks such as the stealth, a natural 20 doesn't mean you automatically, like, now no one's ever heard of you before because you rolled a natural 20 on your stealth check. It just means that you've got a 20 plus whatever your modifier is. And the DC could be, like, for instance, you rolled a 23, like, that's the max you'll ever get on a stealth roll at this level.
Mhm.
The DC could be 25, and there's literally no way that you could do that unless someone casts like bless or something on you. So, just so
Okay.
everyone takes that into account.
Okay.
So,
When we rolled for stealth, that was just coming out of the forest, though, right?
yeah,
It
that's you
would.
guys getting onto the tree line to see if you can stay sort of hidden away from view and not be heard as you approach and sort of get your game plan. And as you're looking at them, they don't seem to notice. They don't seem like they're on edge or anything like that. They look like they're just gathering around this campfire, trying to stay warm. It is starting to get a little darker. Um, I'd say it's probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You can tell the sun is starting to go down, and the weather is starting to get a little colder.
Is the pixie still with us?
She flew back a little ways and went up into a tree. She's
Okay.
still like, if you were to call out for her, she would hear you, but currently she's just observing.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys think that we should bring the pixie with us out there?
The
Or
pic-
see if she,
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
do you want to see if Essie would like to come out with us to the middle of the field?
I don't think that's a good idea. If I'm
Before that,
Okay.
come here, you two. And I whispered to both you, Vicavor and Snoopy.
Okay.
She said nothing about children. What are we going to do about this?
I guess
Well-
we don't really know the situation, do we?
Indeed, we don't.
Mhm.
All right.
I think-
I think we should introduce ourselves. Keep Essie out of it. We don't want to
Okay.
alarm them.
That sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna hide behind this tree.
Okay.
Donovan,
So that-
do
and
wait
peek
with
out.
him. It's more
He
advice. If we need
tips
help,
his
we'll
hat to
call out.
you and does as you say.
Now, is there anything I know about pixies with past experiences?
Roll a nature check.
Nature.
You know that pixies are generally harmless on their own. They're incredibly frail. They're not really good at, standing up for themselves and things like that. Um, and one thing that you do know is they like to have a lot of fun.
Okay.
And that's what you, Snoopy the dog, understand about them.
Okay.
Okay. So should we just go talk to them?
All right, let's approach.
Do it.
Oh, guess let's make our way.
Make our way downtown.
Walking fast.
All right. Before we reach them. Oh, I guess I can't. Never mind.
What's up? Oh, you're not talking? Okay.
Correct. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I have message is my cantrip. I want to send a message to Saberwolf saying we should announce ourselves soon.
Hello, everyone. Hey, excuse me. I don't mean to intrude.
They kind of
How
look
are you
over their shoulders and stuff like that, and the kid kind of like, you see his eyes go wide, and he's like, "Wow, a puppy!" And he runs over
I
to Snoopy and starts to pet the dog. "What's your puppy's name, mister?"
His name is Snoopy. Snoopy, show the little boy some love.
I roll over on my back, showing my tummy, and he licking, jumping up and all over the place.
And
And
as he starts to rub your belly, the gentleman comes, he moves forward and grabs his son by the shoulder and sort of pulls him back. He's like, "Pruitt, we don't know these strangers. Go ahead and stand on back. You guys, if you could, introduce yourselves for us."
Well, not to be alarmed. I do apologize once again for intruding. My name is Saberwolf. And I do a backflip,
Okay.
and then show my chest like, yes. And this is
Let me see. Hold
go
on.
ahead
Let's
and
see.
introduce.
You've got, you're proficient in acrobatics. Yeah, you backflip and it's wonderful. You guys are like, "Oh shit." Roll a performance check for me though. Let's see how you nail the landing. Yeah.
On his face.
So Saberwolf is able to do the backflip and he lands and he kind of slips to where his knee does a superhero landing and he kind of holds out his hands like, "Huh? Yeah?" Almost as if he meant to do that. But the gentleman that pulled his son back a little bit, he kind of shakes his head and he's like, "Well, it's nice to meet you, Saberwolf. The name's Gascon. Not Gaston, Gascon. This here's my boy Pruitt. That's my wife Zuri. And these are some companions we ran into on our way south. That's Leonard right there. And he points to the sort of elderly looking gentleman. That right there is Alexa. And then that gentleman right there is Wallace. Ooh, thank you, babe.
You're welcome. Well, you asked me
Can I-
if there for sure coming on Friday.
I'm gonna
Say
step
what?
forward and introduce myself. I'm Vicavor. I do like a half bow.
Hi, Ingrid.
Joe says hello.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Ethan says hello.
Hi, Ethan. And
Hi.
Swaffy.
Hey.
Hello.
And Black
Kevin.
Kevin. Oh my
Hi.
gosh, what a group. How
Hi,
fun.
let's-
This has to be Joe. Is that Joe?
Yeah,
Knew
Joe
it.
Snoopy.
Hi.
Au revoir. Thank you. Dinner has been served. All right.
That's what's nice about having a wife. I just had mine too.
Nice.
All right, I stand up and clean my knees of the dirt as Vicavor introduced.
Okay. Gascon kind of he moves forward and outstretches a hand. It's a pleasure to meet you. Not many friendly folks that we've run into in the past few days, honestly. So sorry if we're a little guarded.
I understand not. Oh, well, well, how's everything been today? Any disturbances?
He turns back and with his head he kind of gestures for the boy to go back up to pet Snoopy, which he gets back onto his knees and starts to rub you behind the ears.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like you're over here doing that kind of like kind of thing, you know. That
Yeah.
at least Splinter does it. So, but
So,
well, disturbances. There's plenty, you know. There's a bunch of unfriendly creatures around. We had to lose track of a bear a couple days ago, but really we're just trying to flee from. Well, where are y'all from?
Me, I come from a far land, as you can tell. I am a performer. I like to travel the land and entertain, and I happen to come across these two lovely fellows here, and decided to join me on my journey to become famous actor.
Hmm. I guess to phrase the question a little bit better, any of you two from Titania?
Mm,
from
heard of the place, but I am not from there.
Titania, for those of you that may not have looked, let's go to the world map. Titania is this empire right here.
okay.
Real quick, I guess what you can do, go to your journal tab, and if you
Mhm.
go to lore and then to the world info, you'll see all the places that I've made available. Some of them, obviously, you guys wouldn't know about. That's the other party that knows about them. But the Empire lore is essentially what I'm pointing you guys towards. So you can read that if you want to sort of find out a little bit more about each of the empires and kind of like what the general, understanding is of them.
No, I'm not from there. But, why do you ask such a question? You have any deals with anything of that nature?
Well, I feel like you ought to know then. Titania has been kind of expanding their reach lately. It was about what month ago they started attacking the Sea of Vetus Empire that we're from, and I'm pretty sure it's fallen under the control by now. But we've been trying to make our way through the Twisted Wood, trying to keep out of sight from them. They're rounding up anybody they see from the Sea of Vetus Empire, probably to turn them into slaves for their mines and such like that back at home. We're just trying our best to keep under the radar until things settle down, but it ain't looking like it's going to settle down anymore. Which is why
I
we've been
understand
camping
that.
out here for, a couple days, a couple weeks.
Hmm.
I understand
You
that.
got you guys plan on staying here a lot longer in hiding?
Well, really, we only need to stay as long as Titania is doing what they're doing, and I don't see any end in sight, honestly.
Okay. Question though: have you had any uh run-ins with any mythical creatures of some kind?
Not any mythical creatures, but we've noticed there's something around here that's been pulling pranks on us. We'll be chopping wood, and all of a sudden, the uh, the log in front of us as we go swinging down moves out of the way and we miss. And then we can hear some giggling coming from the trees. And I mean, it's harmless, really, but really annoying.
Interesting. Well then, you mind if we join you? It's been a while since
Yeah, sure. We ain't
we
got
got
much. Pruitt here was able to bag a rabbit a couple hours ago, so we're currently making rabbit stew. Hopefully that's enjoyable to y'all.
Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate. We don't want to intrude in anything of yours.
No, honestly, it's nice to see some fresh faces that ain't trying to kill us.
Understand that. All right.
Did your
Question is,
dog just laugh?
uh,
You see my leg just start going crazy from the kid.
well,
Your dog just actually laughed, didn't he?
No, I think he's actually had kennel cough the past couple of days. It might have been a cough.
yeah, he's
Huh.
having pet issues. You know. Yeah, you know, animal problems. I've never owned a dog before. This is my first time.
I'm gonna fake a sneeze.
Yeah, I seen
Good.
dogs when they're on their back, they do that quite a bit. So
Indeed. Well, so here's another question for you. Have you seen some sort of tree, like a tree, and is there a specific tree that you're cutting from that happens to have laughter in it? I know you explained the laughter, but is there like any
I
specific
mean,
direction where it's coming
as you
from?
can see, and he kind of points all around. There's trees everywhere. We're kind of in the middle of a forest. Well, we try to keep everything done over this direction, and he points sort of towards the northwest. And there's a little clearing, and you can see a stump, not on the map itself, but there's a stump over there with an axe and a pile of firewood. And then on the other side of it, you see this tree, and you're looking at it, and you can definitely tell that it looks different from the other trees, but you can't put a finger on why.
Okay, where's that tree at?
The north west area.
Northwest. Okay.
So
Interesting.
this tree specifically.
I'm gonna go find a stick and then drop it
Okay.
off at the kid's feet.
All right.
Easy enough to do. You're in a forest, so you go, and he's kind of bummed out when you leave him because he was having fun playing with you. But then you come back with a stick, and he's like, and he kind of breaks off from the rest of the group, and he's like, "Go get it, boy!" And he tosses it.
Yeah, we'll proceed to play fetch.
Okay.
All right.
So this Titan, whatever.
Titania.
Yes, Titania, whatever. You said they've been destroying most of everything and taking it over, right? How long has that been going on?
Well, I'm not sure what rock you've been living under, but word is around the world there's been an incursion of demons and such. And for whatever reason, these demons, you know, came here looking to fight, looking to take over and conquer, I guess. And Titania at that point started declaring war and swooping in to take people before the demons did, I think. And at least that's what the rumors are. But you remember you've read the stories and such about the Thousand-Year War, right?
No, I'm not too familiar. I'm a traveler, so I
Roll a
don't
roll a
have time.
history, all of you.
Okay.
Swaff, you can hear because they're not trying to keep it down. You can hear what they're talking about, so you can roll history as well.
Oh, goody.
Having fun?
Me and my tree.
All right, yeah, with a 2, I guess you don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Joe and Swaff, you guys have both heard of this Thousand-Year War. Ethan, or let me rephrase. Snoopy and Balrin, you guys have heard of this Thousand-Year War. Snoopy, your master, talked about it. How he had to essentially, fight during it and things like that, to protect his, his claim and stuff like that from where he was located. But you don't know, like, you don't remember any specifics of where he was located. But essentially, what it boils down to is that the 8 empires that are currently in the world today, at one point or another, were at like all fighting each other, for you know any sort of like advantage they could get, whether it was more land or like access to mining fields or fresher water, things like that. So the empires fought for 1,000 years. About midway through this war, 500 years into the war, a new empire was formed called the City of Guilds, which essentially the City of Guilds was created with all these empires combining their cultures and stuff in order to stop this war. And it took them another 500 years to finally end the war. And a really large treaty was drafted up and ended the war. And everybody was essentially, allies at that point. Fast forward to where you guys think you are. It's been at least 130 something years to get to this point, and now you're hearing about Titania, one of the strongest militaristic empires, is starting to take over other empires that are weak because of this demon incursion. Vikavor and Saberwolf, you guys have read, you know of a story about the Thousand-Year War, but you don't know a bunch of information about it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm a traveler, so I don't ever have time to really sit and observe and talk to many about everything that's going on. It's actually the first time in a long time that I've actually gotten a chance to talk.
Yeah. And
Well,
my master.
essentially, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say my master really didn't let me keep up on current events outside of my training. I only briefly read about it.
Mm. Well, essentially, the Thousand-Year War was when all the empires were up in arms against each other for what have you, and it was ended at some point in time thanks to a, a new empire that named themselves the City of Guilds. It was essentially a collective of, you know, high-ranking officials from each of the various empires around the land, and they were able to finally come to some sort of conclusion to that war, and everybody was living peacefully. They ended up making a group called the Peacekeepers. And these were, various adventuring groups, kind of like yourselves, but they typically had more people in them. And they would go out and fulfill contracts and stuff around the world to keep the peace, hence the name. Something happened to them, that group, a couple months ago. They ended up dissolving for whatever reason, stopped doing things. So the empires all started to rebuild their military and taking care of themselves. And I guess now that the demons are starting to, whittle down some of the empires little by little, Titania saw this as a time to strike. It's, you got to hand it to them. Everything's working out perfectly for them. It doesn't seem like the demons are too keen on taking Titania. I ain't sure why that is, but they've been a mighty big thorn in our hide. I mean, they took our home about a month ago, a month and a half, so, and we've been hiding out here in the Twisted Wood ever since.
Ah, interesting.
How long have you been with Leonhard and Alexa?
And we've only known them for probably about what y'all say, about a week and a half or so. But Pruitt, Zuri, and I, we've been hiding in here for about a month or so.
Okay.
I must, you know, I have to use the bathroom. I don't know what's going on. I'll be right. I'm gonna walk towards where the rest of the party is,
All right,
so I can see. Tell them what's
they're
going
done
on.
here. Okay, so
Okay,
he
where
ducks
is?
behind a tree, and Balrin, you see Saberwolf appear.
All right. So here's the deal. They are, and then I cut my voice short and decide to whisper towards Balrin.
All right.
These seem like normal folk. I don't really feel comfortable shooing them away, and she wants us to kill them. I'm not too comfortable with that. They don't seem very violent. Just seem like really normal folk trying to get away from the troubles ahead.
I'm gonna whisper back. Have you seen any kind of way or anything that might get them to leave?
Not sure. I'm gonna have to get more information out of them. You guys hang tight. Don't want
Okay.
you to spook them. And I
All right.
begin to run back over there.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what kind of hunger. It's probably the berries I ate on my way here. Whew. And I sit right back down in Indian style.
Berries, you say? We've noticed that some berries make you feel quite uneasy, especially in your innards. Were they
Yeah.
a red color?
Yes, they were. It
Yeah, those are in high doses. Those can kill.
yeah, it's a good thing I only had 3. But somehow it still didn't agree with me. It's like I don't know, it's like someone gave me a bad chicken, you know?
Huh. It's oddly specific, but okay. Snoopy, the berries that you picked were all of the red variety, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So can
Well,
I
if you
observe?
guys, what brings you all into the Twisted Wood, might I ask? I don't think we got to that part. You've been asking about our adventures. I see it only appropriate for us to ask about yours.
Well, funny story. I was on my travels, and of course, you know, I've run into these two. They joined me as of recently. We are ultimately just passing through, getting ready to head towards the northwest. But you're telling me that there's trouble that way, right?
Correct.
Hmm. Well then,
Of course, hold on. It seems that you don't even remember Titania being at arms, and if you've only been traveling for a few days, that doesn't really add up.
oh no, no, no. It definitely. I meet many people and become a performer. Being a performer as I am, you don't have time to associate with the politics of the rest of the world. So,
I mean, true, I guess, but I would think you'd know if someone's at war.
true. But then again, I haven't gotten into any hostile interactions, so to say.
I guess you're right about that then.
But yes, either way, I'm just happy that I'm able to sit down for a little bit. Walking takes a toll after a while.
Pruitt goes to throw the stick again, and he throws it a lot further this time, Snoopy, and he throws it this way.
I mean, there's no reason why I wouldn't go out and get it.
Yeah. And as you get over there, you can hear a voice. You can't see anything, but you hear.
Hey, what are y'all doing? You're supposed to be getting rid of them, not being friends.
I point at her and to send a message. Hey, we're working on it. We're just trying to do it as civil as possible. And I grab the stick.
As you
Sorry.
start walking,
Anyway, fine. If you don't do it, someone else might.
and Pruitt goes,
Uh,
"Come here, boy. Come here."
I turn around and say, hey, give us a chance.
No response.
Okay. I'm gonna come back, and on my way back, I don't know the range of message.
Pretty sure it's 30 feet. I'll look it up real quick.
120.
120. Dope.
I'm gonna point towards Saberwolf, and so the way it works, I don't know if he knows. I point and then whisper, and then only he can hear. And I'm gonna tell him that I think the pixie's getting mad. She said she's gonna bring somebody else to get rid of him. We need to move these people now. Then I'll go to Pruitt and drop the stick off.
Okay. He proceeds to play fetch with you. And Gascon's kind of like, "So what kind of performance are you in? I see you wearing that mask. Is there a reason for that?"
Oh, that is a really good reason. It's a story that I can tell you right now. See, I am part of a organization of sorts. You heard of a monk, right?
Yeah, I know what monks are. Y'all do all that
Yes.
meditating and stuff like that.
On the contrary, I don't do that meditation crap that typical monks do.
Huh.
I am a luchador, and I thrill in performance. As you've seen earlier, I thrive to entertain.
Huh. That's pretty neat. Are you able to show us anything? I'm sure my boy
Sure.
could use a good chuckle or two.
Oh, indeed I can. All right. Let me see. Oh, do you have anything I could stand on, like a barrel or a sandbag or anything I could work with?
He gets off of the log that he's sitting on and goes, "You can use this, I guess."
So
Okay.
while this is going on, I am gonna send a very similar message, but I'm gonna send it to uh Vicavor this time. Said, hey, I think we're in danger. We need to get out of here now.
And then
Okay.
as I get on top of the log, all right. Now this, my friends, this is going to be a really good treat for you. I call this the wolf bomb. Now jump on top of the log and then get ready to do a backflip 450 off the log. But in midair, I change into my
Oh, that's sick.
Okay.
change to my
Go
wolf
ahead and
form and
roll performance with advantage.
This can only end well.
Double ones. I love double ones. They're my favorite.
They're so sad.
Okay.
Hey,
So you do it and you're actually like it's perfect, spot on. And then you transform and you land with whatever finesse you want. You got your claws up and you kind of like I don't know if you want to like howl or anything as you do
oh,
it.
I'm
So,
definitely howling.
All right, when I hear him
howl.
howl, I'm gonna blink over and go, "Ow, woo, woo, woo."
So all of a sudden Snoopy pops in right next to you and he go ow, 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 ow," and Gascon and the rest of them all kind of like back up a little bit away from you and they're kind of like, "All right, hold on a second. That was mighty impressive, I'll give you that, but you're a lycanthrope, aren't you?"
How did you know?
Cause you just transformed like nothing. And I've heard the stories. Lycanthrope, they're able to transform once they get, I guess, rehabilitated or something like that. Once the curse has ran its course, and you were hiding that from us. And your dog just teleported or something like that. Pruitt, weren't you playing with that dog? Yeah, Dad. He's there now. There's something mighty strange about you fellers.
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer to them a little bit. Don't worry about these guys. They're two good boys.
I
Right.
just like get so excited.
Right.
I'm sure you all mean well, but I'd like to ask you go ahead and if you could just leave.
I wish that was easy. See, there's a reason why we're here. We aren't associated with that Titania place you told us about. But we have something else. We need you to pack up and leave.
As you guys, as you say that, this gentleman, he runs up.
Excuse
You
me,
can
what?
see, yeah, this gentleman starts running up from the northeast, and he's like, "We have to get out of here right now. Titanians, they found us. I don't know what ruckus you all have been causing. I told you to be quiet, but we could hear you from the road, and now they're on their way." And you can hear footsteps closing in, probably within 100 feet of where you're at right now. And he goes, "Damn it, they're here."
I'm gonna blink in between the footsteps and Pruitt and snarl.
Okay.
Like I said, you all need to get out of here. I don't know what kind of trouble you're in, but we have specific word to get you out.
So at this point, you see these soldiers coming out of the woodworks from all sides,
Shit.
and they all have their weapons drawn. And as they're coming forward, this guy, in the top right, this guy right here, he steps forward and goes, "Ah, we seem to have found refugees from the Sea of Vetus. You have been evading us for quite some time, but now that we have found you, we will give you the easy way or the hard way. You can come with us quietly and no harm, or if you wish to resist, well, me and my boys are always down to have some fun."
Who? I growl. Who are these people?
As you ask
I
that, go ahead.
cast my mage hand, my minor mage hand, and draw my rapier.
Okay. So as that happens, you hear the bushes to the west sort of move and stuff, and you see this guy pop out. This guy's wearing like this plate mail gear. He's got a shield on his left hand and or left arm rather, but his right arm it's not wielding a normal looking weapon. It's some sort of like gauntlet that is shaped in the form of a dragon's head, and you can see flames coming out from the side of the mouth. And as he approaches, "We don't want these ones alive. Kill them all." I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Oh boy.
Remind me where that is again.
So if you click on your token, actually, that's the best way to do it. You'll see in the top left, you'll see initiative.
Okay, click on my token. Okay, and then push that.
Correct.
Oh,
Nope, it did it. And I can, yeah, you're good. For some reason, Swaff, gotta give you a head turn.
Oh shit, they're everywhere. I was
Donovan. That's 5. And then all these guys are just gonna go on this guy's initiative. So let's do that. Okay. Let me get the music started. I think I want to use this one just because it's cool.
the rogue got second to last. That's crazy.
Neat. All right, Saber Wolf, you're first.
All right, I begin with what do I have? Do I have something on? Do I have any armor on?
Do you have a what?
Do I have armor on?
No.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I first begin by screaming for Donovan and Balren to get over here, and then I move.
I believe you've
We're
got
here in front of
45 feet. You know how to pull out the ruler still, right?
I
So you're in range
Do
to get
not.
in front of this guy. You can get to this guy. You can get to these guys. And you can't get to these guys or this other guy.
Okay. All right. So I guess I will perch myself in front of Alexa, basically shield him,
Okay.
and then I'm just going to do nothing after that.
Okay. All right. Balrin.
All right, I'm going to step out from behind the tree and shoot this guy.
Okay. If you click on your token, you should have your revolver up there at the top left. Alright. 12 unfortunately doesn't hit. And you do get 2 shots per turn.
I'll go ahead and take another shot.
That doesn't hit either. So you see
Damn.
Balrin come out from behind the tree. Pow, pow. But this soldier, you know, even though he was kind of blindsided, he didn't get hit. Donovan, on his turn, reveals himself. I gotta open his sheet. And he kind of does the same thing. He pulls out his pistol, and he takes 2 shots. First one misses. Second one misses as well.
Damn, we're helpful. The ambush.
Also, this song is sick.
Isn't it?
What is it?
It's Megalovania, but metal version.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I used it for a boss battle in my first campaign, and it went relatively well. So I'm using it for this one.
I'm gonna steal it.
Okay, I can send it to you.
I actually don't hear any music.
It's going
Really?
through roll 20.
It's going through roll 20.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's the settings
Oh, yeah,
at the
that's
top.
Megalovania.
Yeah, I have it. It's fine. I know.
It's really good. Try to go. I don't know why it would. Unless you've got like your browser muted, maybe.
Mhm.
So try right-clicking your little sound thing at the bottom and go to the volume mixer.
Mhm.
And make sure whatever browser you're using isn't muted and is turned up.
And turn it to full blast.
Yep. And if that doesn't work, maybe try exiting and re-entering Roll20. It might refresh it for you. Sometimes that helps.
Okay, one
Uh,
second.
Donovan will use the rest of his movement to start heading towards the center of the battlefield. All right, and with that, it is the soldiers' turns. This guy's running straight over for the boy. This guy runs over here. This guy gets right about there. This guy gets right there. This guy takes out his longsword and starts trying to hit this other guy with the red hair. And he does connect. for a little bit of damage. The other two take out javelins, and they throw them both at Saberwolf, who your AC is 17. They both miss. These
Don't
guys
forget
as
about
a
your deflect
collective-
missiles too. Best monk ability ever.
Oh yeah. Don't know
Especially if Donovan shoots at you. That'd be so sick. Deflect a bullet.
that.
Those guys run up. This one will attack Wallace, and he does connect. The other two will throw javelins at Vikavor with your AC at 13. One of them does hit for 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
So essentially what you'll do is you'll click on your token, right? And the red bubble is your health. When you click in it, you can type in like minus or plus. So you'll do like the minus sign, the number 6, and you'll press enter. You have to press the enter button, otherwise it doesn't do... there you go, cool. So anytime I say you take this much damage, you'll just deduct it. If I say you heal this much, you'll add it, and so on and so forth. Cool. This guy right here is going to run over towards Balrun, and he's going to throw a javelin, which he does hit. And he hits you for 6 piercing damage. This last guy is going to run up.
Did I do that correctly?
No. Why did it do it that way?
Do I have to get rid of the 63 first?
Oh, I see. So don't double click on your don't double click on it. So just click on your token once, and you should see the 3 bubbles pop up.
Yep.
So you'll click 63, and then it should put a box above it that's highlighted, and you'll do -6, press enter, and then that should do it. There you go, perfect. So this guy gets right in front of this gentleman. Yeah. He gets right in front of this guy, and you see him take this sort of dragon fist thing, and he puts it right up in this guy's face and unleashes a burning hands, which absolutely decimates Leonard, for he failed his dexterity saving throw. So Leonard, you see, pretty much from where his nipple line would be up is all charred flesh. His robe that he was wearing is like sort of smoldering and smoky, and he falls over. And then the guy takes a look at the rest of the battlefield, sort of fixating his eyes onto this fiery-haired gentleman. With that, it is Snoopy's turn.
I turn to Pruitt and I say, "Stay behind me." And I blink back behind this guy and attack him from behind with my rapier.
Okay. Believe I put your sneak attack. Oh, doesn't look. Let's make you.
I don't.
It's 3d6, right?
Correct.
All right. There you go. Should be click off your
There it
token,
is.
click back on it. I'll pretty it up later, but the 19 does hit, and let's see. 12 damage comes across. Yeah, so you stab this guy like right in the back of his knee, and it goes straight through his like splint mail armor, and he starts to scream in agony as he clutches like around his knee area.
So then I'll go through his legs and I'll pull my dagger out of my little sheath next to my neck and I go for his throat with my dagger.
All right, bonus attack, bonus action attack, fire it off. 14 does not hit.
Oh. And then I just growl and snarl at him, getting between him and Pruitt.
Okay. Vikavor, your turn.
Okay. I want to use a spell on. I'm looking here. Can I send you this one? I have a question about it before I cast it. Is that possible or no?
That's fine.
Okay, so if
I
I
see
click
what
on
you spell you're
2D
thinking about.
Yeah, so does that? What's the duration on that? Is that literally only 1 minute?
So the concentration up to 1 minute. What that means with a spell is once you cast that spell, you have to maintain the concentration for it to remain. So you have up to a minute before it just ends on its own. But what concentration is if you take damage from any source, you have to roll to see if you maintain the spell. Usually it's either the difficulty check is 10 or half the damage, whatever's higher.
Okay. So
Also,
I want to move.
Also, a minute it's 6-second rounds, so it's not like your minute in real time.
Correct.
Okay.
I didn't know if you knew that or not.
Okay. So I just want to. What I want to do is I want to move to the center of everybody more, where they're all within 30 feet.
Okay.
So I would move. I'm kind of guessing. I gotta look where I go from. Hang on. How do you use that ruler? So like everybody's there.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think everybody's within 30 feet there, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'm there in the center there, and I'm going to use one of my spell slots to cast Hypnotic Pattern. I just click on that public, right?
Yep.
That's such a naughty spell too.
All right. So that'll be one of your spell slots. So now everybody, including your allies, makes a Wisdom saving throw. The DC for you is 15, I believe. Yep. It is 15. So I need Snoopy, Saberwolf, Donovan, as well as all the NPCs to make
Wisdom
saves. Fail?
Uh-oh.
Fail. So, yeah, Saberwolf.
Oh, I guess I'm so dumb.
I'm sorry. What's going on?
I need a Wisdom saving throw from you, please.
Oh.
Fail. So let's see. The dude with the dragon. Yeah. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Okay. Did I clarify something? I don't know why I didn't think that through all the way when I cast that. But
I mean,
I forgot that it worked on everybody around me. That was stupid, but okay.
Do you want to?
Alright.
You want to take it back? I will allow you this this will be your free mulligan for the campaign.
I basically screwed all the whole party.
This might be a good mulligan to take.
I also I haven't all the NPCs so far. Oh, she's not dead, but so far what you've noticed is the mage. As you here, I'll paint the picture real quick, and then you can make your decision. The mage. Well, I guess you don't know he's a mage, but the gentleman with the red flowy hair, he doesn't seem to be fazed by it. Gentleman with the dragon hand cannon thingy doesn't seem to be fazed by it. But so far, everybody else does seem to have failed the save.
Okay, does it affect? So everybody in my party is disabled basically, but does it disable all of the bad guys around us too, or no? I'm like,
yeah, right now they're at speed 0 and incapacitated, meaning they don't do anything. The spell ends for an affected creature if they take any damage or if someone uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. Other than that, for a whole minute right now, aka 10 rounds, which will start. This is round 0.
I'm gonna pull a mulligan because for some reason I was dumb and I didn't.
Okay.
I thought it was only gonna affect the enemy players, but because I don't know how to play this.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Okay. I was just joking. You'll get more mulligans just because you are newer. Once we all agree for me to not pull any punches back, then it'll get a lot more fun.
Hmm.
And
Sorry,
I
guys.
almost would have said go for that.
No,
'cause,
you're good,
You
man.
could have just 1v1 that dude.
Yikes.
All right.
See what
I'm
you got.
Ethan 1v1's his first bad guy.
Well, I mean, he'd have the other mage there to help him, and you know I'm battlefield but alive.
Okay. So
Alright,
you'll get
can I-
that spell
so-
slot back, and you can cast a
Okay.
different spell if you wish.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here up to Snoopy.
I think you've
Okay.
only moved 5 feet so far.
Oh, can I? Yeah. So I'm gonna move over. Anyway, screen's like frozen. Sorry. I'm gonna move up here to Snoopy, in front of this guy here,
All right.
and I'm going to cast my
Say the
Eldritch
word.
Blast. My Eldritch Blast.
Blast.
And then
All right.
also because of its because I have the other thing too, the Agonizing Blast added to it too, right?
Yeah, I've already added all that stuff to it.
Cool. Okay. So I cast that Eldritch Blast.
All right. So click on your token. You should see the button Eldritch Blast up at the top.
Okay.
You will click that.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. 17 does in fact hit, and 18 is definitely enough to kill this asshole.
There you go.
As it is
There
your
you go.
first kill, how do you want to do this? Normally, I don't do this for normal like trash mobs. It's more for like higher level creatures. But I want to see. You've been painting some relatively legit pictures tonight, so I want to hear. How does your Eldritch Blast look when it makes contact with this guy and take his life?
I'd say it comes out as like a small beam of light at first, and then immediately right in front of him it expands and just completely disintegrates the guy.
Okay. So yeah, Snoopy, as you're standing there with dagger in your mouth and your rapier in your mage hand, you see Vikavor. Like you can hear his footsteps through the grass as he runs up, and he points his finger at this dude and says a word under his breath, and you see this faint green light go from his fingertip to this dude's face, like to the side of his face, and then all of a sudden, like right in front of his face, you see this huge explosion of like green fire, and then you see the dude fall over, helmet falls off, and the skin is like deteriorated to where like the eyeballs have gone away for some reason. It's really weird, but you're kind of like, yeah, that motherfucker's dead now.
I look over to him, give him like the little nod, and then I wink, but with my blindfold,
Yeah, your
the eye patch eye.
eye patch
you, like,
eye.
you see wrinkles in my eye, like I'm winking, and then I like turn towards the guys behind me.
Davis says that I shouldn't let you mulligan that that spell.
That shit would have been interesting.
I
It definitely
I don't know,
would've.
guys.
But no, you're
Yeah, I
good. You're
don't
good.
know. I don't want to screw everybody over because I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna metagame this. Doesn't he get 2 Eldritch Blasts?
I think he does. Yeah. Well, it shoots 2 beams.
Yeah, I thought you can attack 2 separate targets.
Okay. I have a feeling you're correct. So choose another target within 120 feet there, Ethan, and shoot them
Just
too.
everybody.
Okay. Where is it?
Yeah.
April. Nobody's
Sorry, I don't
attacking
know
him.
if you want me doing that shit. I'll stop. If
No, that's fine.
I doubt he would be able to know everything.
Oh yeah,
about
you
his
can
character
direct
at
the
this time.
beams at the same target or different ones. Make it separate attack rolls for each beam.
Okay, I'm gonna blast that. There was the main guy, right? This guy over.
Right here.
No, not that. that
Oh,
guy-
you're
our-
talking-
yeah. The guy who talked.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, he looked like a bitch. So I'm gonna aim it over there at him, and I send it
Alright.
off towards him.
Go ahead and roll Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. Blast.
Oh yeah, that'll. Now, if I told you it didn't hit, would you believe me?
Welcome to an ancient dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the
Nah.
fuck out of here.
It hits, and it's the same sort of thing. Vikavor, he's over here. He's got both his arms stretched out. One of them's pointed to the guy that he just killed, and the other towards this guy. And the beams go off at the exact same time, except for this guy, like, it hits him more on the shoulder, as Vikavor is obviously more fine-tuned onto killing this gentleman right now. And at the end of the round, the NPCs will go. Pruitt kind of goes, "Dad, what do we do?" And he, "Run north." Pruitt starts to run. He'll
I
take
say,
the
no,
dash
no, no, no,
action.
no, 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 no.
You say that?
Yeah.
Okay. He does not take the dash action. He gets that far and turns around and stops. Gascon and his wife, they move forward and they kind of turn around. They're like, "What do you mean?"
Stay with us. We'll protect you.
Alexa runs over towards Snoopy and looks at them and says, "I believe in him." Wallace tries to move, but opportunity attacks be damned, he dies.
No.
Wallace, no.
He was so young.
Yeah.
They progressed.
Top of the round, Saberwolf.
All right. Well, now I don't have to worry about Alexa. I can actually have some fun. So I end up running towards this area here, up north towards these guys, and I ended up committing to some claws and bite action on this feller to my right.
Okay. Claws miss. The bite does hit. And you can use a bonus action to make an unarmed strike because you're a monk.
You said I can?
Yeah,
Like-
you
like
can
one
use
more?
your, because yeah, monks they get 2 attacks per turn, which you just did, and you can do a bonus action to do a unarmed strike, which I have a formula in there that you would click
Okay.
if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Where's that located? Trying to see.
Should be in the center, dead center of your sheet. I think it's the top option.
I said.
Yeah, unarmed attack. Ooh. Does not connect, unfortunately. You guys watch Saberwolf run over here. He sort of claws at this dude, and you can hear it's like nails on a chalkboard as it connects against the splint mail, but it doesn't do any damage. And as this guy's kind of like looking like, "Oh shit, there's a fucking lycanthrope here," Saberwolf goes in and is able to like bite through around his left elbow. The guy wails in pain, and with that, Saberwolf tries to go in for like a grabbing his shoulders and kneeing him, but isn't able to pull it off. If you have any other movement, you may use it. Otherwise, if you want to end your turn, you can.
Okay.
I don't think you have anything else you can do.
Yeah, nothing else. All right, I'm in my turn.
All right, Balrin.
I'd
Is it
assume this guy on close-
Balrin or Balrin? How do you
Balrin.
want it? Balrin. Cool.
Balrin, yeah. I'm guessing this guy that I'm close to is within Burning Hands range.
Yes, he is within
Alright,
a 15-foot cone.
All right, I'm going to use that.
All
Wait,
right.
what are you?
All right. So he fails his dexterity save, so he takes 13 fire damage. As you watch Balrin, he takes his left hand, and you see him sort of flick his wrist up, and the hand kind of like disengages from the rest of the what's it called? The forearm, and you see this tiny little tube come out, and all of a sudden it spits all this fire. And this dude is screaming in pain, but he's still alive, but like literally barely.
And then I can shoot with my revolver, right?
No, that was your action to, yeah, it's an action to do that, I believe.
Okay. So is that all I can do then?
You can move.
Let's see, how far can I move? Speed is 30. So how do you do the arrows?
So if you click, or if you press Q on your keyboard, you'll be able to see this. Now if you click and start dragging your token and then press Q, you can actually like sort of like map it out better that way, and then actually drop it where you want it to go.
Alright, I'm going to come up here,
Okay,
next to Donovan.
perfect. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Donovan takes his pistol, and he kind of, as you're running up, he points it towards you, and then takes a shot. Oh, why did that happen? No character. Oh, he changed his name on the character. I gotta. Okay. That does hit, and that kills the guy.
Boom headshot.
And then he. Pretty sure, yeah, extra attack, gunslinger. He will take a shot at one of these other dudes that's right close to him. He does hit for 13 at this guy. And he's barely hanging on. Donovan then looks to you, and he mutters, "We should probably look for cover."
I agree.
He kind of runs away and then ends his turn. This gentleman, seeing what Donovan has just done, kind of looks around the battlefield, and he runs straight up to this mage over here, and with his like dragon head gauntlet starts to go in and attacks 3 separate times. Hit, and miss. Dealing a buttload of damage as he beats the shit out of this guy. He'll end his turn there. These guys will get into flanking positions.
Oh god.
Does Sabewolf get an attack opportunity from that guy moving?
Yeah.
Not
Should
this
be
guy
able
because
to.
he's still in his threat range.
No, but the other guy who was catty cornered him.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going ahead and do that then.
Does not hit. So they will all make their single attack at advantage because of flanking. Hit, miss, and hit. For not too much damage. Still decent amount, but they definitely seem to be ganging up on this dude. These guys down here towards Balron, one of them's gonna like sort of run straight past you, and the other 2 are gonna run up, and they're all 3 going to make an attack against you. 2 of them have advantage, and the other one's just a normal roll.
Follow.
And you have 16, and somehow they all miss you.
Outstanding.
Nice.
Low rolls.
My gears and
Believe
cogs
that's-
whiz as I dodge all that.
Dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge.
Yep.
It was a robot, Davis. Snoopy, your turn.
All right.
I have a
Zoomy
voice
run
changer
right
that
here
lets me do
to
all
flank
kinds of
on
stuff.
this guy. I'm gonna attack him.
See? Android. Go ahead and roll it. Ooh. You are not gonna hit.
That's not true.
Oh, wait. You flanked him. Yeah, never mind. I forgot why.
Like, wait a second.
Yeah. Yeah, you do hit him, and you do get sneak attack.
I'm like, oh shit, 24. Yeah, look at that damage.
Solid.
How big is this little? Is there anywhere I can hide behind?
Not in the open location that you're at.
Like none of these trees are good enough to hide behind.
Not those little guys, no.
Okay.
The big trees, sure.
I don't think I can reach those. It's click Q. Why isn't it doing it? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I only have 40 feet. It's all good.
Okay. All done then?
Yeah.
All right.
If I cannot
Vicavore.
hide.
All right, I'm gonna be ultra predictable. So movement here. How far am I able to move each turn?
You can move 30 feet.
Okay. I can move 30 feet. Here, go there. All right. I'm gonna move up here closer to
Yeah, they're called Warforged.
These people.
Really cool race.
kind of on their side here,
Really
protecting
fun.
them a little bit,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna continue to So the red mage guy is an enemy also, correct? Right there.
No, he
I heard
seemed
that.
to be
Yeah.
an ally.
Neutral, but as
You know, like okay, it's kind of a mess right there. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna clean
he's
up a
the
little
guy
bit.
that ran into the camp saying, you guys need to keep it down because they found us and we need to get out of here. But then it was too
That's what I
late.
thought. And then the guy with the dragon head weapon is attacking him.
This guy right here is
Yeah.
an asshole.
Okay, he's the asshole. That's who I was looking for. I was like, one of those guys is not a good one right there. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna clean up the mess here to try to help Saberwolf a little bit, and I'm gonna say the word again, the Eldritch Blast here on. But so when I roll, it splits to two. I can split to two, but
Yeah, so
Just do
you would
one
do
roll.
2 separate attack rolls. You're essentially able to attack twice whenever you use Eldritch Blast, is how it works.
okay.
So what you'll do
Um,
is you'll just roll it 2 times.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it twice to hit. How do I mark? Where's the thing to like select people? Because I wanna attack both these guys right here. Is it that one and
It's
that
like
one?
hold down the click.
Yeah.
Hold down the click.
As
Oh, there
long
it is,
as
okay.
as long as you can actually use the arrow and be like, I attack this guy, and I'll see that whatever's at the edge of your arrow, that's who you're getting, and then this guy,
Mhm.
and I'll know who you're going for.
All right, I wanna roll. So I would roll twice right now with Eldritch Blast, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll twice because I want to attack both of them. Help Saberwolf out.
See, the 12 doesn't hit, and the 24 does, so you kill the dude in the middle.
Perfect. Okay.
Damn, Warlocks dish out a ton with that agonizing blast.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. Warlocks are really OP, actually. Well,
Everybody says they're weak.
everything's OP if you do it right, I think. Like, that's the beauty of this game. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
any class, except for maybe the Ranger, just because they had to do so much to actually make it mean something. Like, the Ranger's really good flavor, but, you know,
That's about it. Yeah,
yeah.
just use a fighter with a bow.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, if you wish to move any more, you can.
I'll stay right here.
Alrighty. In that case, Saberwolf, or no, at the bottom of the round, what are they called? The NPCs, they all kind of gather together, and they look at you, Vicavore, and they go, we're just gonna hide behind the tree. And they run over here and kind of like duck behind the tree to where they
Okay.
can still see what's going on to make sure you guys get out alive, or
Okay.
figure out when they need to run if they do.
Okay. I don't. Well, I don't know if this is a question I can ask. I don't see like that pixie over there in those trees, right?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna ask
We're
the
good.
same question.
Yeah. All right, because it seems too fishy that they would go to the tree. All right. I look over at them and I tell them to stay put right there.
Okay. With that, Saberwolf, your turn.
All right. seeing all the death going on, I decide to go over to this. Up. And I will do a claw.
It's gonna be that kind of campaign, huh? Alright, the claws hit, the bite does not. So you kill that guy. So Ethan, just so you're aware, the reason his thing is 7+3 right there for damage is because if he had advantage on that attack roll, he would have crit. Actually, the guy, yeah, you weren't flanking for that guy. So if he had advantage, then it would have been a crit. And whenever you crit, whatever dice you're rolling for damage, you do it twice, essentially.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yep. And it automatically, like, the formulas should already have that into effect to where they know exactly how many die need to be rolled for whenever you crit something. But I look over the formulas whenever you first do it just to make sure.
Okay.
And then you move and that's it. Or
And
you
I'm
can
gonna
make a unarmed. Oh yeah.
grapple this guy in front of me, and I'm well, I guess I can grapple
gonna
him
be-
right now. Then I gotta wait.
Yeah. So,
Alright, so
'cause, yeah,
grapple and
that's
then
your
aim.
luchador thing. So do an athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics, whichever is higher. Which for him is his strength. He did a nat 1, so as long as you don't do a nat 1 and have less strength than what he has, more than likely you have him grappled. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I got
Are
some
you a
plans
strength-based monk?
for. Yes.
That's so sick.
Well, it's a combination of like strength, but it's like partially because of my blood fang stuff too.
You have a cool character.
Alright, so that dude is grappled. What grapple does is it reduces their movement speed to 0. Otherwise, there's no negative effects. So they can't move. They have to use an action to break out of the grapple. With that, I believe you don't have any more things you can do for now. So,
I got it.
Valrin.
You're like, hey, someone hit him.
So I have a question before I take my turn.
Okay.
With my revolver, since it has 4 barrels, does that have anything to do with how many shots I can take in a turn?
It does, because you will have to reload. And for you, reloading is a free action. I think. Or maybe it's a bonus. I'll have to read what the thing says again, but for this combat it's a free action. So you would reload it as a free action, and then you can shoot it again. So it doesn't really negatively affect you, actually, but it's something to take into consideration.
I'm mainly just curious because I took 2 shots last turn, and I was wondering if I could have taken more.
No, so just because you have the capability to shoot more, you are only allowed, per your class, to shoot twice per round.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, I'm going to shoot the guy who's missing.
Alright. Go ahead and roll at disadvantage. And the reason is because you're within 5 feet of him. So ranged attacks within 5 feet of an enemy are disadvantaged. That does not hit.
And then I will shoot again.
That does not hit either.
Damn.
Very, very close. It ricochets off of his shoulder pauldron.
Lots of shots going off over there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of death, though.
Do you wish to move or anything?
I think I'll move. I'm gonna move over one just so I'm not at a
Okay.
disadvantage anymore.
Well, having an enemy anywhere in 5 feet of you makes a disadvantage. So
Well, I meant so that they don't have advantage over me.
okay. That dude does take a swing at you and hits you for 8 slashing damage. And then I think you're done. Donovan. You see Donovan put away his pistol and he busts out his rifle. Actually, yeah, he busts out his rifle. He misses with it. And he double misses. And that actually becomes a misfire. So you watch as Donovan pulls out his rifle. He takes one shot that misses, and the next one actually explodes in his face, rendering his musket useless until he repairs it.
Whew. He's gonna be pissed when he comes back.
Yes. For some reason, when I take control of his character specifically, I roll a lot of natural ones on his stuff. I don't know why, but it should be more of an incentive for him to not go to birthday parties, you know? He's going to run backwards a little bit, putting his musket away and pulling out his pistol. And then it becomes their turn. This guy's going to go right here. And he's going to hold up his dragon head thing. Let's see if this works. He's going to unleash a burning hands.
The
Hitting all
mage
3 of
gets
you
an
guys.
Opportunity of attack, right?
Yeah. So yeah, he will hit all 3, or all 4 of you, rather, including his friend. We'll see, the mage did not hit. So I need Snoopy and Saberwolf to roll me dexterity saving throws.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Let's see, I think with grappled... Nope, he still gets a normal try. His dex, he makes it. The mage's dex fails. Joe, your dex, you save.
God, I hope so.
Yeah. Saberwolf, I need a dexterity saving throw, please. Alright. That is a fail. So, Snoopy, you take 8 fire damage. Saberwolf, you take 17 fire damage. The mage failed his save, so he will take an amount of damage. The gentleman that you have grappled failed his save, or made his save, so he'll take 8 damage as well. After he unleashes those flames, he kind of brings it back a little bit, and you can see the smoke coming out of the mouth of the dragon. And he looks at you, Saberwolf, and goes, "We just want the mage. You can have the rest of them." And these other guys will... This guy will attack you that you have grappled currently. He natural 1, so he misses. This guy gets right there. This guy gets right there. So 2 advantage attacks at Balrin. A miss, a hit for 10 slashing, and then another hit for 10 slashing. So 20 damage total to Balrin. And now it is Snoopy's turn.
What quarrel do you have with him?
Doesn't concern you, dog.
Oh, but it does. And I'll blink back here. Good old pokey attack.
Miss.
Then I'll run through his legs and get over next to Saberwolf. Like this.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
All
Can I
right,
offhand
Vicavor.
attack him? I think I can,
yeah.
can't I? I'll offhand
Should be
attack
able to.
that guy.
For your bonus action.
And if I hit, that'll be sneak attack.
Misses.
Damn.
Man, those are some low rolls, dude. 8
I know,
and
over and over
lower
again.
for all of them. All right, Vicavor, what you got?
I think right now with how close everybody is, we have. Can we, as a party, we're able to talk back and forth during this whole thing, correct?
Yeah, so the way I do it is it's essentially like you can, on each round, all of you can speak for like a 6-second span of time. So anything that you would normally be able to say in 6 seconds, you can shout to each other. The thing is, enemies hear what you're shouting unless you use your spells like message, but message is an action to do. So he would, like Snoopy would have to use his action to say something to you without anyone else hearing it.
Hey, y'all want to fucking help me?
Who was that? No.
That was
The guy getting
Ballrin
his ass
down
right
here.
by 3 people.
I was gonna say,
Disengage! Get towards us!
Ballrin, if you weren't so close to everybody right there, I could help you out a lot more.
Hey,
Should've-
I'm in the middle.
Should've listened
I'm
to,
in the middle of.
what's his name? Donovan, and got cover.
Yeah, Donovan's actually the smart one. He's way out of the way where I could kill everybody around you.
I mean, I could. I'm in the middle of trying to do a Tekken combo right now, so.
Yeah, that makes yours makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna move over.
Combo.
Well, I think I'll move. You said 30 feet? I can move, or 60 feet? You said.
You can move 30 feet. If you take the dash action, you can do 60 feet, but it's your action to do that.
All right, I'm just gonna move over here, and then I'm gonna try this once again. I'm gonna hit that dragon head asshole with my Eldritch Blast both times though.
Oh, both of them. Go ahead and roll.
So I rolled twice still.
Correct. Miss and miss.
God damn, we suck.
Well, it's funny because I've had like perfect every other roll is imperfect, and then once I want to go for this guy.
I know, right? Yeah. For some reason, whenever you go against the big bad of the combat, it's always that way. Like when it's the trash mobs, that's when you get your nat 20s and shit like that. But then you go against the actual like beefy dude, and you're just rolling 1s and 2s.
We have plus 7
you still
mods
have...
over here, rolling 8s, 12s. God, we suck.
I know, right? You still have 15 feet of movement if you wish to use it.
All right, I'm gonna move. Well, no, I'll stay right where I'm at.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the end of my turn then.
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
All right. The NPCs at the end of that round of combat, they shout out, "Joy, just leave! Leave them! They'll handle it!" Saberwolf, your turn.
Alright. With the guy that I have grappled right now, I will go for a bite twice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You get advantage because you're flanking. So you might only need to... Oh, yeah, you only need to bite him once, and he's dead.
Alright, so get out of here.
You went bath salts on that dude.
And then...
He's over here trying to get away from you, and you just like rear his head back and like dig deep into his like esophagus.
I have him in a full Nelson,
Roadhouse.
basically. Have him in a full Nelson, and then I arch his chin back and sink my teeth in his throat and just rip open.
Fuck yeah.
It's called the head tilt chin lift. CPR. Rah!
I call this the sleeper win.
You hear like a battle cry. Aroo.
And alright, so he's dead, and then I still have 2 more actions. So
I don't know about 2 more actions. You got 2 more attacks you can do, yeah.
Yeah, 2 more attacks, yeah.
I just want to make sure we get the right verbiage so that people aren't like, holy shit, how does he get 2 actions a turn?
3 actions.
Yeah, 3 actions.
You just ran into my trap card.
So
Pot of
question, why
greed!
did-
Um,
How does he do 3 attacks? Just his character has specific things.
So
to that?
he's a monk. So the way monks work is at 5th level, they get 2 attack actions. Or they get 1 action. Whenever they do an attack, they can do it twice. And then he can use his bonus action to do an unarmed strike because he's a monk. And that's his martial arts ability. So monks are really made for like single target kind of damage. Like if there's one dude, he's going to be really good at beating the shit out of that guy. There's also other things that monks can do that I haven't seen Kevin do yet, and I want to say maybe he doesn't know he can do them.
More than likely, that is the
Your
case.
key points.
Yeah. You haven't used any of your key yet. Because you can do
Unleash
Flurry
the
of
beast
Blows,
within.
which gives you 2 attack action or 2 bonus action attacks. You can use the Step of the Wind, which gives you a dash action for your bonus action. And you can do Patient Defense, which gives you the dodge action as a bonus action.
Word. Okay. I'm not gonna use that yet though.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to run up on Dragonface,
Okay.
punk bitch, and I will attempt another scratch.
Alright. Go ahead and claw. No. As you go in to claw against him, your nails, just like that one gentleman, nails on a chalkboard against his plate mail that he's wearing.
Okay. And then unarmed attack.
Miss.
All right. And that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Balrin. There is, like Joe said, an action called Disengage, which makes it to where when you move out of their threat range, they don't take attacks of opportunity.
I think I'd like to do that.
Good call.
So you can move up to your movement speed without them being able to attack you. Unless they had Sentinel, but they don't, so be thankful. I don't
That'd
give
be a
all my
dick move.
NPCs, I don't give all my NPCs feats. Some of them have feats, not all of them though.
I'm gonna move up towards the party this way, I think.
Brady gives all of his NPCs Sentinel and Polearm Master.
Whooping ass. Okay. So you run out there. Alright. Anything else?
Is there anything else I can do that I don't know?
I have no idea. That's on you.
Oh, thanks. I don't believe there's anything else I can do.
Alright, Donovan with his pistol out takes a shot at the injured guy, and you hear the ping from the bullet as the helmet goes flying away, and the dude falls like, 5 feet away from the rest of his group and falls to his death. I think he's got aimed shot. Okay. No, I honestly don't know what else he can do. He's gonna take another shot though at one of those guys. Oh, nice. 11. The one closest towards you. Donovan then takes his movement and moves away a little bit further, and it becomes their turn. This guy is going to attack Saberwolf 3 times.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Dragon Cannon Headface. Miss, hit, and miss. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of fire damage as he hits you with the dragon face. My quarrel's not with you, dog. He'll move over. Actually, yeah. He'll go ahead and move out of your threat range to about right here. And as he does that, you can take an opportunity attack. Miss, unfortunately. And as he does that, you see him preparing his cannon, and he's about to start aiming it towards that mage again. These other two dudes, they roll up on Balrin.
Out fucking standing.
Two long swords, miss, and a hit for 7. Yeah, that's all they can do. Snoopy,
How do you do that again? God damn it. Okay.
do what?
Q, drag Q. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna bamf right here
Dope.
and attack this guy.
With advantage and sneak attack. That hits.
About fucking time.
Fucked him up, Snoopy.
But these damage
Ooh.
rolls, god damn.
Yeah. Yo, he's literally hanging on barely.
I'm gonna go for the dagger kill then.
Alright. Roll it at advantage. Crit, crit, crit! Aww.
That'll do it.
Close! Yeah, that
Yeah,
is very
double 19.
close. Alright, yeah, he dies. So Balrin, you watch as Snoopy, like, just, boom, disappears and then reappears, and you can hear the growling of this little beagle as this guy gets cut down right before your eyes.
I give him a little nod. That's it.
Okay. Alright, Vikavor.
I think that's all I can do.
Gotcha.
Nice. I'm going to move down a little bit more here to assist Saber Wolf a little bit, because he's looking a little hurt. So I'm gonna go like right here, and then if everybody's too close together again, so I can't do anything too big. I'm going to actually help these guys out here by finishing off that one guy with you. I bet you can guess what I'm gonna do right now.
Yep. Say the word.
I'm gonna split it though. I'm gonna go like one towards him and then one towards Dragon's head. So
if you wish, when you're doing multiple attacks like that, you can do the first attack against somebody, and then the second one you can declare afterwards. Yeah, I will allow that. We don't have to be so hardcore that you have to announce everything beforehand. So, unless you guys want that.
I'm going for this
So,
guy.
yeah.
This guy first. Let's go for that one.
Miss.
Oh well, I'm gonna go one more time then. At the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh. What a shame.
Bro,
1 in
I don't.
5%.
There's so many red numbers on this chat.
It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to like degrade all my enemies to make sure I don't just kill y'all because the shit rolls.
Well, how many feet do I have left? I'm gonna get back a little bit because this is not gonna be good here in a second. So I'm just gonna move over this way about 2 more steps before I finish. And that's it.
Okay. At the end of the turn, the mage, he kind of runs up to Saberwolf, grabs him on the shoulder and says, "Please, take those civilians away. I will hold them off. Let me do this." He then turns to face the guy, and you can see him do a burning hands as well. And dude fails his dex save, so he takes an amount of damage. Top of the round, Saberwolf.
join in now.
I forgot he
Okay.
was there.
All right. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and run over to this feller here, and I'm going to attempt to end his life.
Oh,
Can you reach the other side of him so you can?
Oh my
advantage?
gosh. You remind me of Incineroar from obviously Pokemon. But that's what your character is. You're fucking Incineroar.
You
amazing.
should be able to get over here if you want, Kevin, so you have advantage on the attack. Because you'll be flanking with your ally. One more up. I am making flanking rolls to where it is a direct line.
Say
So
Wolf runs a flat circle around this guy before striking.
yeah. He does the darkest lariat around him. That insta kills. Fuck it. Don't even roll.
Alright.
I'm just joking. Are you attacking him from that location?
Yeah, I'm about to beat this man.
He died from confusion.
That's enough to kill it.
All right.
Cross chop.
All right. So that guy's dead, and I'm going to. Wait, am I using like if I want to speak to, message to a DM. So if
Yeah.
I want to use this, like tell my mates here what the guy told me, is that count as an action?
No, it's not an action. It's your. I give you guys 6 seconds of speaking time per combat,
Okay.
or not per combat round rather. So you can be like, guys, let's just leave, or as long as it doesn't take like too long for you to say something, then we're good.
All right, guys, I'm hurt, and the man told us to get out of here, so I think we should. Let's get the people and leave. And I will.
After you just absolutely murdered this fucking guy.
Let's ask one
Come
for
up
the road.
behind him, rip his throat out, and then you're like, alright guys, let's go.
I think we're done here.
Man, I'm hurt at this point. I don't want to deal with this dude that's like that's up there. He just wrecked me. So I'm about to run towards well, how much more feet do I have that I can run?
I'm pretty sure it's 10. You were like right here. You've got 20 feet actually.
Okay. If I were to use hold on. Shoot, I don't want to take too long on it. Alright, if I were to use jump, would that count as like a second as an action?
I
or can I not
believe
use that?
you have to use your action to cast your spells with your key.
Right. Gotcha.
It should say.
Okay, so yeah.
I think it's this one. As an action, you can spend 2 key points to cast those spells. Yep. So yeah, if you wish to move the rest of your feet,
So-
you may.
And it doesn't. If anything, I'll just move out the way then and move towards Vicar War. Right in this direction here. So.
Okay. With that, it is Balrin.
So I can fire off 2 shots and then move, correct?
Correct. Or you can move like 10 feet, fire 1, move another 10 feet, fire another, then move your last 10 feet. Like you can attack in between your movements and finish off your movement after you attack.
Okay. Where do I want to go in the first?
I'm still trying to figure out this arrow thing because it's not working for me.
I don't know how to do it without actually picking up my character.
If you just press actually, y'all might not have keyboard shortcuts on. That might be the issue. But on the left side, it is the circle with a ruler popping out on the top right. But go to your settings, which shall be above your chat box on the right side where that cog is, and make sure you have used advanced keyboard shortcuts. Should be that first checkbox. If you don't have
Got
that,
it.
that's why you can't press Q. So now when you
There
press
it is.
Q,
Now
it
check.
should do the thing. When you press S, it'll go back to your
Ooh.
clicker.
That's handy.
And what's really cool, what you can do to sort of map out stuff is you can right click and like make different spots. But if you abuse it, I'll kill you.
All right, so I'm gonna eventually end up here, but I will do like what you said as I'm running. I'm go ahead and fire them twice.
All right.
And it's not letting me click on my token.
Press S to go back to your pointer, because you might still be on the ruler.
Okay, I got it.
It is a common occurrence. Oh, that hits. That misses.
All right, well I hit one shot.
So as Balrin starts running, he points his revolver, and you hear two shots go off. One of them, you hear the ping as it hits, and his shoulder kind of flies back a little bit from the impact, but he looks relatively unscathed.
The bullets can't deter this
Donovan.
man.
Donovan's turn. He runs up towards the people, and he's going to take a shot with his pistol. That will hit for 11. And I think he'll use his sharpshooter ability to get a -5 on this next attack roll to do an extra 10 damage if it hits. It does not work, but it was worth a shot. And then free action, he'll reload his pistol. This guy takes his movement to get right there. Actually,
with him. I don't. Whatever.
Actually, I think so. With him, he pulls, or he puts his what's it called? His dragon head cannon out, and he shoots off a fireball.
Oh.
Oh Jesus Christ! TPK.
Well,
Yeah.
I am probably about to get out of here.
So I need a dexterity saving throw from Balrin, Vikavor, Saberwolf, and the mage.
So I just roll dexterity for that?
Correct. Or dexterity saving throw. Mage fails.
He's dead.
Where do I do that at again? I go into my character sheet again?
Correct.
Clicking on the-
Yeah, so go to and then dex saving throw is the one you want to use.
I'll click on
Kevin, you
dexterity.
fail and take 21 fire damage. Ethan, you fail and take 21 fire damage.
Where's the saving throw?
It should be to the right.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
I just wasn't reading everything like I should have been.
You fail, take 21 points of fire damage, and the fire mage also failed, so he takes 21 points of fire damage. Saberwolf
have
is
1
currently
HP.
unconscious. So as that explodes, he puts his, like you see the smoke coming from the cannon, and he looks down at Snoopy and says, "Final chance to get out of here with your friends. I'm only here for the mage."
Wait, hold that thought. I
Don't believe.
have to use my unnatural fortitude, and I heal for half the damage I was taking.
Solid. So heal for 10.
Oh, dude. You just
got you.
used
He said-
what's the down B for Incineroar? I'm telling you.
Yeah. Reversal? Pretty sure it's reversal.
I'm 25, right?
No, you're at 10.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, we're good.
Yeah. With that, he walks up to the mage, and he'll stop right there. Snoopy.
I look at the mage and I say, "Are you sure?"
He looks back and says, "Let it be my last wish."
All right, then I'm gonna yeet my little doggy butt all the way over here with the dash action,
Yeet.
Okay.
and then I'm gonna hide. I did it.
Vicavor?
It's 8.
Okay. So question, he used fireball earlier, and I know that it uses within a 20-foot like radius or something like that. Can
Correct.
I cast? Do I have to cast it at him, or can I cast it behind him, just out of the
Yeah,
mage's
so
distance?
you could cast it behind him like that to where it explodes and only hits him.
Mhm.
Or you can cast it on yourself and hit everybody if you really wanted to.
Like you did already. Yeah.
Or we
Definitely
can just
not
get
gonna
the
do
fuck
that.
out of here.
Let me cast it behind him.
Okay.
Well, first I want to my distance. Can I get out of here all the way?
Hey,
Or can I get-
he said last chance. You hear me from the trees.
I know. I'm gonna do both though.
We got a murder hobo.
You just hear,
Um,
nah, fuck this bitch.
And real quick, before you cast it, you've used your mulligan for the day, just so you're aware.
Oh no.
So I can only
Do
move
it.
I can only move 30 feet anyways, right? So
Unless you take the dash action, then you can move 60. You won't be able to
Okay,
cast
I'm-
a spell.
yeah. I'm gonna move 30 feet. It has a range of what's the range? It's like 100.
It's 120.
Yeah, 150 actually. Yeah, it's a long time. So I'm gonna move. First, I'm gonna move 30 feet up. I think this is 30 feet. Right? Oh, dang it! Trying to move this guy. Gonna move over there, and then I'm gonna cast it. Fireball. So I just click on fireball, right?
Correct.
Okay. But I want to cast it behind him, out of the.
Yeah, you
medium.
know, you're good.
Okay.
You've got
Okay.
the line of sight to do so.
Okay, so it says cast at what level? I just press submit, right?
Yeah, just
It
click
says cast
submit.
at.
Oh,
Okay.
nice damage.
Damn.
He does make his saving throw, and what you notice, is it explodes, and because he's able to get out of the way, he holds his dragon head and absorbs all that damage that he would take, and takes 0 damage from it. Because
Okay.
as you can see, flames aren't very potent on him.
Okay, well, this guy's a bitch. I'm out of here.
And with that, so I see you've made your decision.
You hear,
Oh, no.
you hear in the woods. God damn it!
All right, Saber Wolf.
All right. With that, I will cast pyrotechnics in that general direction.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to cast pyrotechnics. Oh.
You'd be able to do it in a spot where it only affects him if that's what you're worried about.
Yes.
Okay.
That only affects him.
All right.
hopefully you can't
Constitution
see.
save. He rolled a 15. What is your save? I think it is a 15, yeah. So he saves. He's not blinded.
Damn it. Well, screw this guy.
Run.
So let's see how much I got. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and we can move diagonally, right?
Correct.
Only rooks.
And the map should be smart enough to like be able to calculate. So like, yeah.
Kevin, you've got to have more than 30, right? Okay, good.
Yeah. I didn't cast jump though, so I can't get way more than that yet.
All right. Balron,
How far?
how far is what?
Well, if you use like a dash action, how far?
You can go double your movement speed, which I believe is yours is 30. Yeah. So you'd be able to move 60 feet if you take the dash action.
Alright, I would like to get blasted. Somebody decide can fucking
He's the only one left on the battlefield. Oh, you're so fucked.
yeah, why don't you turn and fight your foe? The fucking
All right, Donovan is going to go ahead and start running into the forest. We'll just say that if you're over here, then you're out of the battle map, but you're
I like
still in
that very
range.
much.
You're still in range of stuff. Yeah, you're still in range of stuff.
I'm gonna go the other way.
Wait, he said he told us you made your decision and people are still running away? I can dig it.
Yeah.
He's
Donovan
about to nuke
will
all these
then take
civilians.
his... He's got enough range, he can shoot twice. Wow, he hits twice. Let's see. Solid. Now it's his turn. He'll move past the mage, and he holds out his little dragon arm towards Vikavor.
Oh shit.
And you see it light up, and he shoots out 3 beams of fire towards you, aka Scorching Ray. Actually, we'll see if he does all 3. He might not need all 3.
Oh god.
That one hits. Let's see. Oh wow,
This is really
rolled real
some
shit damage.
Megalovania shit.
The first one hits you for 3 fire damage. Second ray misses, and here's the fun part. Third one crits
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
for 23 fire damage.
Okay.
So that's a
All
total
right.
of 26 fire damage. You're at 25 health, so you actually get knocked out unconscious.
Yikes.
So what unconscious means, since this is your first time meeting this fate, on your next move, you'll be rolling death saving throws until somebody either comes to stabilize you, until you get at least 1 more HP, or until you either fail or succeed 3 death saving throws. A success is anything 10 or above. On a 20, you get 1 HP. A fail is 9 and below. On a 1, you get 2 fails. If at any point you get 3 death saving throws, you die. The way I run it in my other campaign is until you take a long rest, you keep the same saving or death saves that you've had for the whole entire adventure day.
Oh, dude, that is an awesome rule.
Yeah.
I'm keeping that too. Brady, you're good.
Thank you. Snoopy, your turn.
You know me, always gonna be there in the nick of time. I'm gonna get up in his face. I might have to dash for that. Alright, Q. Is that 40? Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yay. Alright, so I'm actually gonna hold on. Come on, S. There we go. I'm gonna run over here. Well, actually, I'm gonna blink because it's cooler. And then I'm assuming I'm flanking now. Yeah.
Correct.
And I'll attack him with my rapier. It's like I'll say, I decided, but my friends, they don't always do the smart.
Miss.
Oh.
And I'll offhand him with the dagger.
Miss.
Oh god, it hurts.
I don't get it, dude. You got a +7. What is this?
I don't
Oh,
know,
well.
man. Advantage to. This is the 4th time in a row I've missed with advantage, by the way.
Man,
Yeah.
who is this jabroni, man?
All right, Vikavor. Death saving. So what you'll do is on your core, you see where your hit points are. There's 2 boxes underneath it: the hit die and then the death saves. You're gonna click, and we're doing this secretly. So you'll click death saves so that no one sees what you rolled, so they don't know how much time they have to save you. So go ahead and click death saves, and then we'll mark the appropriate bubble.
Just click it once.
Yep. Okay. And don't tell them what you got.
All right.
That is Vikavor's turn. End of the turn, the mage casts. Where is it? I've got a token for this. I think this is it. He casts the wall of fire. He's going to put it right in between this dude and Snoopy.
I see.
And he's going to... So he puts the wall of fire out and says, "Run while you have a chance. I'll take care of it."
Honestly, aye, Captain. I tried. But goddamn.
He got hit by an opportunity attack.
He dies.
No, he's fine. Saberwolf.
Right. All right. So, question to DM. All right. So, would I be able to dash to Vikavor and use my action to grab him?
So
move
there's a couple things you can do. You can make it to him. You can use your action to stabilize him with a medicine check. If you roll high enough on the medicine check, he's stabilized and doesn't have to make death saves on his turn anymore. Or you can run up to him, grab him, and use the dash. Because you're strength-based and have proficiency and athletics, I'll allow you to use your bonus action to be able to pick him up, because he also doesn't weigh like 1,000 pounds. So you can pick him up as a bonus action, so you can still use your dash action to get the hell out of there. That goes for anyone that is proficient with the athletics skill.
Okay. So yeah, I'm more than likely gonna end up having to do that. So I'm about to run up on Vikavor and
So that is 25 movement speed to get there. So you still have 20 more, plus you still have your action, so you could dash and go a whole nother 45 feet and start bobbing and weaving through the trees.
okay, so that's what I'm planning to be doing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get.
So I'll move both of you guys. Yeah. Actually, yeah, the family I forgot to move. They would have moved out of the battle map on their turn by dashing. So you guys can go a little bit further up. And we'll say that you're off the battle map at this point, Saberwolf, with Vikavor, but he's not stable yet. Balrin, unless you want to change anything, I'm assuming you're just running away.
Let me... I've got a -1. Yeah, I'll...
You're good?
Yeah. The
All
map
right. Donovan's good too. This guy, he looks at you, Snoopy, through the wall of flame, and he kind of like peers his head through it, and you can see the fire just on, like, the flames are rolling off of his chest. He doesn't seem to be bothered by it one bit. "Titania will be looking for you now. You best run as far as you can, little dog, and hope they don't send me after you." And he starts walking away from you. And he will use his 3 attack actions against this guy. Hit, crit, hit. Yeah, that guy's... You watch him beat the shit out of this dude. You don't know... roll perception for me. Snoopy only. You notice that he doesn't kill him. He uses his strikes in such a way that it knocks him unconscious. And then he goes ahead and he grabs him and puts him over his shoulder and starts to walk away. Alright, Snoopy, your turn if you wish to run away or pursue.
So you have chosen death. I'm just fucking kidding. I'm a...
I was hoping, dude. I was like, fuck it, dude. I'll kill somebody session 1. Let's do it.
If I was a swashbuckler, maybe. But yikes.
Yeah, if I had more health, then I'll keep trying to fight him. But nah, I
Also,
can't
no
do it.
healer.
Yeah.
Let me actually do my turn, Brady. I think
Okay.
I was here. Can I reach?
You were right
Would I
here.
be able to? Would I be able to reach? Shit, come on. Vikavor, the injured person.
Oh dear.
Oh my
You are
God.
actual robot. You are robot Swafford. Holy shit. Laggy ass. Holy crap.
Sorry.
Oh, it's beautiful because it's all recorded. Oh, he's back. He's back to normal.
Yeah, I
I
have
think.
shitty internet and bad cell service.
That
So
was so funny.
Yeah. Hey. Ew.
Here's a video of a system update.
Except
I
for
just have to
like,
deal with this. I just have to deal with this till March till I get fucking 1 gig internet put in, and then I don't have to deal with any of
Nice.
this.
at this point, what we'll do is, because they did the dash action and he's got 45 movement speed over you, Snoopy, I'm going to have Vikavor do 1 more death save, and then you guys can try to stabilize him. So Vikavor, go ahead and roll a death save.
He's dead. What happened to Kevin?
I know, right?
And he gets 1 HP.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
natural
shit.
20.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
All right, Brady. I'm assuming now this guy like walked away. He's like gone, right?
Yeah, he's left. The wall of flame is gone. The dead bodies are there. He is outie.
Okay. I'm gonna sheath my rapier. I'm gonna pull up my hand crossbow, and can I try to track down this pixie?
Sure. How do you go about doing so?
I would sniff, and I'm gonna be looking up in the trees to see if I can catch her scent.
All right, go ahead and roll perception with advantage.
Is that double
And
ones?
it is double ones. That's awesome. That's my favorite. as
Look at
as
that.
you guys
Do
you
not-
guys had you guys see Snoopy over here, you know, his nose is in the dirt. He's starting to sniff around, but and he's got his crossbow out with his little mage hand, and he's looking for something, but he's not picking up any sort of scent of what he's looking for.
Motherfucking goddamn it!
I like to think he's like sniffing around. He like looks up at us. He's got 2 rocks in his nose. Like I don't smell him.
Yeah, I sniffed some pepper. I got like
All right. In the midst of everything, since Vikavor is okay, I end up in a bit of pain. I revert back to human form.
Okay. Gascon looks at you guys and goes, "You guys are quite the fighters, but you've definitely taken a beating. Please let us use what little we have to try to help you."
I'm not
Whatever
getting
happens-
hurt. I'm getting angry.
You're one to talk.
Yeah, you almost had me there. Thankfully for my blood, I am somewhat okay. All right, now
Where the-
begin to.
But
I walk,
so I'm not gonna
walk
stop,
towards this.
even though I rolled 2 1s. I'm still
Okay.
looking around.
Okay. I'll say that each roll is like a 30-minute block of time.
Okay.
Well, if
Go
he's
ahead
gonna
and
do that, I'm
roll
gonna
it.
start taking a rest because I want an HP back.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to roll again already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Snoopy
Watch
isn't
this.
taking a
If
short
I roll
rest.
double ones again, are you gonna kill me? Because
No.
you can't. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I can't kill you because you double one. Actually, I guess in
Quad
theory, I
ones.
could kill you off of a really bad perception check by having you fall into a trap. But
Yeah.
I'm
If I
not
rolled
gonna do
quad ones, I would do it to someone. But that wasn't a quad one.
So, real quick, while they're doing a short rest during your hour of sniffing out this pixie, uh, with the way short rests work, mainly Ethan, is you get your spell slots back because that's how warlocks work. Other classes get other things. So like Saberwolf would get key points back, but he didn't use any of them, so he doesn't get anything back. Balrin and Donovan, I think, do something with their classes. Another thing you can do is during a short rest, you can roll your hit die to get that much HP back. Um, it's a natural way of healing. But what you have to do is you have to say, okay, I have 6 hit dice. I want to use 4 of them, and then you'll roll 4 hit dice, and that's how much HP you get back.
Okay.
How do you get them back? Is it every day you get a hit die back?
It's every
Is that
long
right?
rest you get half of them back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so essentially, in my case, I have rapid regeneration. So I'll roll my regular hit die, and then I have to roll 2 more and pick either one of those, basically.
Yeah, with the way yours works is whenever, let me see. When you roll a hit die during a short rest, you roll twice and use either result. So essentially what you're doing is you have advantage on your hit die regeneration is how it works. So you don't get extra die to heal up, you just get better results from using your hit die. So for any of you that want to use your hit die to rest up, just declare how many out of 6 that you're going to use and then roll that many of them. You can use this for ease of use.
Okay.
Oh dear, another robot. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo.
Did Donovan join us?
No. I mean, we hear you. It's just robotic. Try leaving the Discord and then come back. Sometimes that helps.
So how long is a short rest? Is it like an hour?
It is exactly an hour.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna roll 3.
Okay.
So do I just click hit dice 3 times then?
Yes. Because it should also, when you do that, add your constitution. So, all right, add all those up, and that's how much HP you get.
Got it.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing.
You're gonna do 3 of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 3. So I would just click the.
Click hit dice 3 times, and then add that to your health pool.
Is that correct?
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
So
you'll just add 28. So just click on your little bubble plus 28, and for you, Saberwolf, how many hit dice do you want to use?
I'm gonna do 2.
All right, so roll 4 of them, or roll 2 at a time. All right, I'm assuming you'll probably take the 5,
Mm-hmm.
and then roll 2 more. You don't need to roll after you get a 9.
Oh yeah.
Unless you want lower, I guess? Question mark. Some people do. Like masochist, you know. Give me that 1 HP.
Strats.
Yeah. The masochist strat.
24 now.
Alright.
The pain fuels me. But no.
So
yeah,
while
I'm-
you guys are
I'm
resting,
just-
Snoopy is frantically looking for something. Snoopy, you end up getting to this tree and you catch the scent. After
like-
sniffing around the tree, you can tell that there's something up the tree. And you can actually, you hear a voice, but you don't see anything. You can't tell exactly where it is.
Well,
Uh,
that didn't go 100% according to plan, but I'm assuming y'all are leaving here soon, correct?
I'm gonna say, did you give them directions to this camp?
Maybe.
I'm gonna blink up there and try and grab her with my bite.
Alright, go ahead and roll me perception and do a straight roll since you can't see her. Alright, and then go ahead and roll if you're trying to grapple her, you do athletics and she will do her acrobatics or athletics, whichever is higher.
Well, that's fucked.
Like,
Interesting.
Did she roll a 1 too?
No.
Oh.
I didn't see your roll yet because I was getting her sheet out. So you do not grapple her, and you can hear her wings flap a little bit of ways from you, and then you hear her call out. She's calling from somewhere out here, but she's like in the air.
What are you
What is she
doing?
saying?
I just want to be left alone. You all can leave now, and I'll make sure you get out of this forest alive. Otherwise, I don't think you could take my friends. I don't think if they came here that you would last very long. I think you should leave before things get a little worse for you.
Can I tell if she's lying?
Roll
Like,
an
bluffing
insight.
me?
Oops. I don't want to draw. She
Jesus
seems
Christ.
genuine in her threat.
Yeah, I wish I was over there. I'll be able to see if I can do something. I was knocked out though. I'm chilling.
Who were they?
Those were Titanian soldiers, probably looking to round up some Civitas, lackeys like those folks out there. So I figured if I led them this way, and they took them off my hands, it's a win-win for everybody. I get my peace and quiet, they get their slaves. But you had to ruin it, huh?
I don't know if we ruined it. We were working on getting them out of there. We were almost
Well,
done
you
too.
took too long. I want to sleep.
Do you want to sleep forever? And I'll turn around and just walk back to the party. Curl up
I'm
in the
gonna.
ball in the little boy's lap.
Okay.
And I'll say, we need to leave.
I'm talking to the party here at this time. Am I able to cast Fireball at any time? Basically.
So as long as you have spell slots, you can cast it.
Yeah.
Which during your rest, the way it works is if you cast a spell, such as Fireball, during your short rest, it ends up negating the short rest. So you would have to end up taking another full hour, in order to get back to, getting your slots back and stuff. So in theory, let's see, you cast Fireball, and did you cast one other spell during that?
Only Fireball.
Okay, so you do have a spell slot right now.
Yeah.
So if you wish to interrupt your spell or interrupt your rest, you can cast Fireball.
Yo,
But then you have
yeet
to
that
start
fucking
back.
tree. Yeet that fucking tree.
That's what I was gonna say because it catches everything. It would catch other stuff on fire around it too. So we're burn this fucking forest down.
Fuck that little Vixie.
Second, so I'm gonna go ahead just because I want to see what happens. I'm gonna do well. I'm far enough, I think, aren't I? Like, yeah. So if I cast it right on that tree right there, let's go ahead and do it. I need.
Oh no, dude.
Okay, so you are casting it.
All right, well, I'm gonna get my next character gets on that. So.
Oh no, dude.
Go ahead
what?
and roll the damage for me.
I thought I was the rogue.
So roll the damage means that I just click on the spell, right? I press
Correct.
the spell.
Yep.
Okay. Boom.
Okay. So Vicavor shoots off the fire and it explodes. And you don't hear anything, but you see this tree. You see it caught on fire, and all of a sudden you see probably about a dozen or so pixies start to fly out of this tree, all on fire, and they start dropping like flies.
Nice.
Oh god damn.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Right. I stand up like, what in the hell?
Brady, are any of them not dying?
No, they're all dead. They have 2 HP each.
I didn't know.
Cool. So I look back. I move over this way, and I say, "Okay, guys, it's time to get moving."
You don't fucking say.
Hold on. Just to paint you a picture. Like, they all fly out. And the funny thing is...
Well then, I guess it's decided.
Oh shit.
Oh, son of a bitch.
She was literally like 5 extra feet away from where you centered your fireball.
How? What do you mean she was in that tree when he was talking to her? I guess I should have looked more. But
She was in the tree, and then when he failed the grapple, I said that he heard the fluttering go away to where she was somewhere in this area.
fuck.
Which you as a player would know that, but you not being over there, I don't think your passive perception would have been high enough to pick up on that as you're resting with your comrades. So your fireball did not hit that pixie, but it hit a lot of other pixies.
Okay.
Instantly, I know where that pixie is, right, Brady?
You know about where she's at, but she's in the air somewhere, invisible.
Can I? Oh, she's invisible now. Great.
Correct. Yeah, that's why you haven't been able to see her, because she has invisibility on.
I see.
Pixies are dope.
Okay.
They also have another spell that I know about, but I won't say.
Can I?
Yeah.
I can move. Freely. I can move freely, right?
Correct.
Like right now. Okay. I move back over here, and I say, "I hope you like your pixie friends. Well done." That's it. I move back.
Cool.
Damn, I'm salting it.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
What would she do?
Also, how do these villagers react to like just out of fucking nowhere?
And just
So
standing
they're-
there and blasting this fucking tree.
They're
They had no
they're
idea
they're
those
being
pixies
very
were there.
quiet. Yeah, they're being very quiet right now. They're kind of not making eye contact with you guys right now. They're kind of just to themselves.
So I think that we should get up and run this way.
I think
'Cause
we
that's-
are gonna fight some Fae no matter what we do.
Well, that's
Unless
where
we kill
the
this
guy
pixie.
came from.
Yeah,
Maybe we should head.
you
like,
guys head
out.
that way, and I think we're going to head south, if you don't mind.
All right, I walk towards everybody.
We got another robot in the house. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of breaking up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Try leaving and coming back.
You know, can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you fine. Kevin was breaking up.
Okay.
What in the hell?
Yeah, you're better now.
All right. Well, which way do you guys think we should go since they're going south? We know there's a road that way, but leading to a city that isn't going to be happy to find us.
Can I search one of these bodies?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to search this beer in front of me.
Okay. You find really, really damaged splint mail. You find a long sword that has seen better days. You also find a pouch with 5 gold pieces and 30 silver pieces. You find a piece of parchment that's rolled up and has a sort of, I guess, a stamp on it.
Okay.
You can roll
I'll take
history to see
the-
if you can discern what the stamp is.
Yeah, let me.
Can you
We are-
explain again the stamp? What is it?
It's just he found a rolled up piece of parchment with a stamp on it, so he's rolling history to see if he can figure out what it is. And unfortunately, you're not exactly sure what it is, but you feel like this is an official seal of somebody.
Okay. And on that note, I will take the silver pieces and the gold pieces.
Okay, go ahead and just add them to the gold that I already gave you guys to start off this campaign with.
All right, and you said.
I believe it
much
was
was
3
that?
gold and, or no, 5 gold pieces, 30 silver.
Can I go? I'm going to go over to Snoopy. Do you think those burnt pixies would be any use to us in the future?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, definitely. Pixie dust. Duh.
Oh yeah, is that that's a real thing?
Yeah.
All right. So
You
can I
see
go
me
over there?
wink at someone else.
All right. I saw
You
those.
don't see me wink. I'm convinced. I'm trying to convince you that it's pixie dust is a real thing.
All right. I go over here. And can I collect any of their ashes at all?
Sure. You would be able to get, I would say you could get a whole, probably a whole pound of pixie ash.
You are a monster.
Who's your patron? We never asked. Asmodeus? Baphomet?
I would rather not say currently.
Yeah. It's because I'm fucking
But,
right.
yeah. And by the way, so he found that, I'll say that he found them towards the end of the long rest, or the short rest, so that we don't have to have you guys sit around for too much longer.
Okay.
But now
I-
you know. And next time it'll be different.
All at this point now, all I'm doing is just raiding bodies.
Okay. So after looking through all of the bodies, I would say grand total you find 30 pieces of gold and about 218 pieces of silver and a bunch of damaged equipment. But all of these guys have that same rolled up piece of parchment with that seal on it.
Does the seal have any words on it?
As you open it, and in fact does.
Okay. Can we read it, or do we know what language it is?
Does anyone here speak Dwarvish?
Well, is it written down or no?
Yeah, it's written down.
Okay. Can I just use the eye of the roomkeeper? You can read all writing.
Ooh.
That's
Is that
my
one of
invocation.
okay, nice. So yeah,
Is that an
you can read it.
invocation? Nice.
Yeah. So as you guys are looking at it, because I don't think any of you picked Dwarvish as a language. In fact, I think some of you probably didn't even pick your languages, which is fine.
I just got
For
common.
this,
I picked Dwarvish.
did you for real? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was just being. I
Yeah,
picked my
mine's just,
languages.
Actually, so Jeff, they were in goblin infested areas and they were having trouble communicating with the goblins. So after the session was over, within like a couple days, Jeff's like, "Hey, I just realized I never picked a background. Can I pick one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Cool." And then the next session, he's like, yeah, I speak to the goblins in their own tongue." I was like, "You don't know goblin though." He's like, "Well, when I picked my new thing, I picked one that gave me a free language and I picked goblin." I was like, "You metagaming motherfucker."
Scumbag move.
I was fine with it though. It was very humorous. And then I didn't have goblins anymore after that.
Smart.
Yeah,
But
no.
as you look at it, it seems that this is an order given from somebody pretty high up in the Titanian military, with written permission to seize all Sea of Vetus citizens, refugees, or the like, and bring them back to Titania for relocation, it says. And then you see on the bottom, you see a named Darian.
Darium. Alright, I was going to say before that, it wasn't really useful, but the name.
Yeah, but it's, who knows how many Darians there are?
Cool.
I'm gonna ask the group of people. Do you guys know who Darian is?
They kind of shake their head and go, "Nope, beats me, but I don't really care to find out. If that letter is looking for people like us, I think it's time that we start making
Yeah,
ourselves
it's time
scarce."
to fucking go. That pixie's gonna bring back a Fey friend. And fucked. It's time to go.
We do appreciate what you guys did, but I really just hope that maybe you try to de-escalate things a little quicker next time. He kind of points back at all the pixies. Pretty unnecessary, if you ask me, but that's just my own personal opinion.
The pixies are the ones that brought those guys here, by the way.
He kind of looks back and goes, "I take back what I said. Good job." And he looks to Vikavor and gives him a thumbs up, and then they start walking away.
And I start, as they're walking away, I'm screaming, "Well, you have safe travels, and once again, we do apologize for the inconvenience." Shit. What's next, buddies? What do we do now?
I'll tell you what we'll do.
I'm kidding.
Strahd shows up.
That would be
Kylo
really,
Ren.
actually. Oh, do I? You know, it'd be really dope. There he is. That's his voice.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
So yeah, what is y'all's plan of attack?
I'm going to move in closer here so we can discuss it.
So are the trees currently burning around us? Or no?
Actually, yes. The one that got hit by the fireball and the other ones, like they're making quite a bit of smoke.
Okay, we should probably get out of here before it attracts more people.
Yeah, I suggest we move towards the southeast. We don't want to follow them. We may end up causing more trouble.
That sounds pretty smart.
Hey, lead the way, people. I'll follow.
Brady, was
You
that
prac-
you?
No, that
Was
was Ethan.
And then a vacuum cleaner.
Ethan
comes
over there, yeah. Ethan's just over
Sorry.
here with a table saw, like, yeah, fuck these pixies.
He's got his little handheld fucking vacuum picking up.
Fuck your wings and shit. Get them out of here. You ain't flying no more. Oh man, someone Swafford laughed so hard he started lagging, dude. Bruh, have you ever laughed so hard it fucks your internet up? Like, god damn. Okay. Anyway.
Alright. So yeah, best plan of action would be move towards the southeast. We don't want to follow them. Just be more trouble.
Okay, let's go.
Onward.
Whatever,
Okay.
whatever. I do what I want.
So let's see. As you guys are going through the forest, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Yeah.
We'll say I'm almost certain that Snoopy prefers using his nose over his eyes, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
I'm
you'll
currently
have
not able
advantage,
to.
but it's for smelling things. Nice.
I'm currently
All right,
not-
Rely on
so-
me, guys.
so it's
Yeah.
not gonna work.
So as you guys, it's for smelling and hearing, right, Joe?
Correct.
Okay. So as you guys are moving, you go about you walk for about like 45 minutes or so going southeast, and then you finally come to a road. And as you get to that road and you're looking around and stuff, you don't see anything. But Snoopy starts to sniff. Hey guys, I smell those guys that we just fought. So you smell the warriors that you just fought, you smell them here. Not those guys specifically, but they have like the same sort of scent, like with their armor and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then you
Okay.
perk up an ear, and you can hear coming from the south, marching.
Guys, stop. Hide.
Okay.
They're coming.
So you
The
guys
soldiers
do
are
it.
coming.
So go ahead and roll stealth checks. Nice. Nice. Nice.
God, I
So
have
as
these
Snoopy tells you guys are able to duck, and you see from the south, you see there's a sort of curvature in the road, and you see dozens of soldiers starting to march. You see another couple dozen of soldiers all marching in kind of like block formation, and they're all going, and you see a soldier dressed in some pretty royal looking plate mail that's riding a horse, and they're heading north currently. Let me see, where'd his picture go? As they are moving past, the gentleman on the horse, probably about 30 feet away from you, stops on his horse, and he's looking at his people as they march. And then he kind of looks in y'all's direction. He doesn't really seem to see you guys, but he almost looks directly at the bush that you guys are in, and then he continues to move forward. This is the gentleman that you see.
Cool armor.
It takes about 30 minutes for this army to pass you guys. There
Oh,
are
we can take 'em.
hundreds of these guys marching up north.
Oh yeah, we can definitely take them.
Okay. Do I still have one spell slot left? I'm just kidding.
I mean, as long as they have as much HP as those pigs, be all right.
Yeah, throw a fireball.
Okay, so after they all march and pass, I'm assuming you guys wait a couple minutes before you start moving around.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Snoopy, you perk your ears up and you don't hear anything. You start sniffing, and the stench is there. You can smell them pretty well, but they don't seem to be anywhere close to you for now.
All right, I think we can keep going.
Should we keep moving southeast since they were heading south?
I think we should not follow them.
Yeah, maybe move directly east or not.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go directly east. That's the better option now at this point, since they're coming from south.
Okay.
Okay, let's head east.
So
That
as you guys
pixie.
start heading,
Can I smell the pixie? Is she following us?
roll a straight perception.
Oh,
You're smelling, and you get a little whiff of the pixie somewhere. Can't see her, can't hear her. But you can smell her.
Can I roll for perception as well?
Sure. As you're looking around, this part, the eastern part of the woods, almost mirrors exactly what you guys have just been walking through for a little while. You don't really see much wildlife as you guys are in your current location by the road.
So I'm gonna send a message to everybody individually that the pixie is right by us.
Well, she hasn't revealed herself yet. She will eventually. But I could
Or-
see in the future it will cause us some problems.
well, at least she doesn't have any backup.
She does. She
We
told
don't
me
know
she
that
does.
quite yet.
I don't have a way to see her. Does anybody have a way to see her?
Let me double check.
So Brady, I'm doing this in messages.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I could
perfectly
attempt
fine.
I could go back into lichen form and try to sniff for her. That's a possibility.
Well, that's what I can do.
Yeah, one thing I can do now at this point.
She would mainly be coming for me. I would bet anything. I'm going to do a minor illusion as we keep walking. We'll continue walking east of an exact replica of me, and leave it right here.
Okay.
I don't know if that does anything actually, but so if we continue walking, we can check again, right or no?
Yeah, you can check
Looking at-
again after you start moving.
All right. So yeah, I guess we're gonna keep moving, and if we find anything suspicious, we'll just report it to everybody, right?
Yes.
All right, that's for the best. Let's keep moving, friends.
Hey, does anybody have any healing potions?
I don't believe anyone should.
Shit.
I do not. Only can heal by resting, unfortunately.
Yeah, very unfortunately.
So who is leading the way, and who is right behind them? I will allow you two, in whatever marching order you're doing, to roll survival, or you can let one person roll survival with advantage. So either two people roll survival, or one person rolls at advantage. As you guys are moving through
Well,
uncharted territory.
I would definitely be up front, and I would assume Kevin would be too. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so which
We'll,
one of you wants to
revert into-
roll, or do you both want to roll?
We could both roll. I mean, I'll revert back to lichen form real quick, and then I'll go ahead and roll survival.
Okay. So you guys are able to get through some pretty thick forest, and you finally come up to a stream. And down the stream, you can see sort of a little clearing. Looks kind of like the opening to a lake. And on the south shore of that lake, you can see this sort of outcropping that looks to be a cave. It's
Okay.
probably about 150 to 200 feet away from where you guys currently are. But the cave looks directly at this lake, and looking above it, it looks as if it's kind of like a piece of the earth that kind of made like a shelf, and then a cave was created underneath it because of that. So it's a very like naturally defensive location, as what you can gander, Saberwolf, as you're looking around.
Nice find, Saberwolf.
Interesting. All right. We must have to tell the rest of the team that we have to get back here. We can actually take shelter for a little bit until we can keep moving.
Because
So,
yeah,
I
it
guess-
is starting to get dark, as you notice. It's probably about 6 o'clock, 6:30, something like that, and the sun is going down. And you know that not all of your members are very visually gifted, we'll say. Not everyone has dark vision.
Okay, so I guess I'll go back to tell everybody that there is a cave up ahead and we can take shelter.
Okay, and the one thing you notice is this is about a mile away, or an hour away rather, from the road. As you guys were going through the forest and trying to find a spot where you could probably like rest for the night. So you're pretty decently far away from where the army was marching and where any stragglers might be coming from. But you're close enough to where it feels like if you had to run from something in this forest, maybe.
Okay. Is the lake that we're near surrounded completely by the forest?
Is the lake what?
Surrounded by the forest on all sides?
Yeah. It's like the lake, like it's almost like exactly like the map you see here, except for there's a lake in the middle. So essentially, there's a lake in the middle. There's a cave like right here. But the cave is like on top of the cave. You see trees growing out of it and stuff like that.
Okay.
All right. Can I roll as we approach the cave? Like, can I roll a perception check on the cave itself, like on the inside?
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so as you start to approach the cave, you're looking around to see maybe if there's something in it, and you don't see much. You see a lot of moss growing on the side of the cave, which is typically a good sign. It means that it's probably unoccupied, or has been unoccupied for a while. You don't see any sort of like claw markings. Like everything looks relatively untouched for many days. Like there's no like prints in the sand. There's no like scratches on the tree bark, anything like that. It looks fairly safe.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I how close are we to the cave at this point?
I would say you see Saberwolf about 50 feet away from it right now, as the rest of you guys are probably hanging back. So you and the rest of the crew are probably about anywhere between 75 to 100 feet away from the cave.
Okay. I want to move closer to the cave, to about 10 feet away. And
Okay.
then I want to cast what is that? Prestidigitation
Mm-hmm.
spell to shoot some sparks up into the sides of the cave so I can
Okay.
see inside.
So Vikavor walks past you, Saber Wolf, as you're kind of looking around. You're, using your snout and sniffing. Snoopy's over by the water, sniffing most likely. Balrin and Donovan are, they're currently like welding each other's like joints and shit like that. Warforged buddies doing Warforged things. It's not gay, but they still do shit.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we don't
Um,
touch welders, it's okay.
Exactly, yeah. You just can't touch welders. You're fine. So you shoot the sparks off into it, and inside it looks cozy. There's enough room for your group. You could probably fit 2 of your group in there for the night. It doesn't go very deep, but there's a lot of like tree brush and moss and other sort of like not necessarily rotted, but misplaced like tree trunks and stuff like that in the back of the cave.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are the tree trunks blocking some of the space?
No, it's all curled up in a corner, or in the very back of the cave rather. And then in front of that is like a really large sort of dome kind of area, where you guys would be able to like make a fire or something, and you could sleep. And then it's about like 20 feet, and then it's the entrance to the cave. So like the whole cave itself is probably like 60 feet long, and in the back portion of it, it's like 30 feet wide.
Essentially, at this point, I mean, I can get ready to set up for a fire. Do you think my claws will be like long enough to cut a tree, or will it just scratch it?
I would say because of you being more strength based, that it would, yeah, you can cut up some trees if you really want.
Okay, so I'm running off to a tree
Pushes
next to
the
the stream,
B
and
button.
I'm-
Does the
Okay.
windmill attack?
The windmill?
The like Incineroar, he does the bee
Oh,
attack.
the darkest lariat.
yeah.
Roar!
Incineroar.
So, Saber Wolf starts going around, and he finds a tree that should be relatively easy for him to chop down. So he starts going at it with his claws, and he's strong enough to where he can pick up this mid-sized tree by himself, and he brings it back in. I'd assume at this point, your party would see what you're doing. You're trying to get firewood started, so everybody starts pitching in to set up camp, and you start chopping up the wood. Um, Someone has an explorer's pack, I'm sure, so they have the tinderbox and stuff like that to make the sparks, and you got plenty of ways to start this fire.
Yeah. Hey, Wolf, would you like me to light it?
Yeah, I'll drop a fireball on it.
Yeah.
Use
we'll
your
say-
pixie dust.
Yeah, we'll say at this point it's probably about like it's dark outside now. It's about 9 o'clock at night when you guys are around this fire. You're pulling out rations and stuff like that. You're eating, and before you get into the long rest, if you guys wish to role play with each other, you may.
All right. I assume I have like at least an hour left of human time, so I can revert back to human form for that last hour.
Yeah.
Before we go on this long rest. Okay, so I revert to human form, and all right, I'm going to start it up. Well, that was a bit of something, wasn't it? We all almost died. So.
Not all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I slap. I slap him in the back. Hey, it happens to the best of us. Just make sure that you make sure you're stronger next time. I don't want to have to grab you again and pick your ass up.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's
No. Just don't do anything that rash ever again. Well, I have to give you a nice smooth punch in the gut next time.
Yeah,
don't
I'd say
worry
we
about
probably don't want to, start off making this many enemies.
Okay.
Because now we have an entire kingdom that sounds like they're going to be on the hunt for us, and a pixie that we can't see who, we don't know who her friends are.
I mean, he
What she can
told
do.
us that we can go, but someone, all of us decided to attack him.
Yeah, that is
Mm.
true. I
To
didn't
be-
trust the pixie at all, so that's why I mainly
Oh yeah,
trying to
fuck
kill
that
her.
pixie.
Yeah.
To be fair, I just wanted my share of blood for the day. But now that we know what we're up against, our next plan of action is to get as far away as possible.
Or
I wouldn't
set
want to
some
run into that
traps.
fella again.
We can set some traps.
For an army?
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm.
I don't know if you can do something that can't dodge. Shit, I don't know if we can do
I
that
can
much.
dig holes. Watch.
For an army?
So Snoopy starts to dig a hole, and and he digs a fairly deep hole that he's able to curl up in and kind of lay in.
See?
All right, there's one down. About 10,000 more to go.
Well, you have a point. Even as strong as I am, I'm not able to build that many holes. Well, anyways, I guessing maybe someone should be lookout.
I vote
I
with
can
Donovan.
revert back to. Oh yeah, but how are they with seeing in the dark? It's pretty dark out there at this moment.
Hey, Incineroar. What changes when you go to human and lichen form?
Well, for the most part, I still have a slight enhanced smell and hearing in my human form, but it intensifies when I go into the other form, which is why I only switch to my other form when we're in battle or needing to observe anything.
Okay, I understand.
So
Cool.
essentially, I am like you, but bigger.
Right. You're cool.
Appreciate it, little one. But anyway, we'll rotate on watch. We don't want anybody to sneak up on us while we sleep. We still have a invisible pixie to worry about. Right?
Oh yeah, can I smell her?
Go ahead and roll for it. Yep.
I'm
And
gonna
I
roll.
say,
How about
She-
actually
try it.
you smell something similar, but there's something different about it. You don't know exactly what it is.
like it smells like the
Smells
same
like
Fey
smells like
smell.
yeah, it smells like Fey, but it's different style.
Is it an addition or something completely new?
Something
Or is
completely new.
Hey guys, there's something else here.
What does it smell like?
It smells the essence of the pixie, but it's not. She warned me before we blew up her tree of friends that she'll she'll uh give she'll make us fight her friends. She said we couldn't handle them. Very worried. That it's here.
Well, that is a means of worry. All right. In that case, we definitely need to watch out. You know
We
what?
definitely need our
I'll make
rest.
first watch. I'll make first watch. I'll revert back to form, and then we'll just rotate from there.
All right, I go back and
Alright.
I'll probably go into a long rest so I can get some of my spell slots back.
Yeah. After I rotate, I'll take a long rest as well. But for right now, I am moving towards the front of the cave, and I will roll a. Can I roll a perception check to look around real quick while I'm in roll form?
Sure.
All right.
So yeah, as you get to the front of the cave, you're looking around. You don't really see anything. You look at the lake and you can see the moonlight as it kind of shimmers through. And as you're looking around, you you fixate your eyes back onto like the moon, and you see two little like eye stalks pop out, and they blink at you, and then they go back underwater.
Weird. Definitely keep an eye on that. And I just perch myself on top. Is there like a rock nearby that I can perch myself on top of?
Yeah, definitely.
You
Okay.
Okay.
Question.
going for the full trope.
Yeah, question out of character. How do I go into long rest? So we can start that.
So the way long rest works is it's 8 hours of uninterrupted resting, where you can do like leisure activities like taking a watch. If you do, I think you can do 10 minutes of combat or something like that during the long rest before it cancels it out. So essentially, like you guys just tell me, yeah, we want to take our long rest now, and then you can do 2 hours of watching and 6 hours of sleeping and still get your long rest benefit.
I
Okay.
think we'll probably all start on that then.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I
I'm
was
just
thinking.
perched right now, just chilling.
Okay, and so while you're perched up chilling, you kind of like your eyes wander more and more, and then you keep looking at the moon to see what's it's just something soothing about it for you. And you see those eye stalks pop up again, and they kind of look at you and they blink, and then there's another pair. They blink, they go away. 5 minutes later, your eyes catch the moonlight again. Eye stalks blink. 3 more pairs pop out, blink, and go back underwater. And they're barely shifting the water at all.
How big are they?
They're not terribly huge. Maybe like they only pop out like 2 inches out of the water, and they're probably like an inch in diameter, something like that.
Okay, like a normal eye or something, a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
All right.
Back inside the cave, Snoopy, as you're in the middle of your dream, um, you end up hearing some shifting going on in the little tree brush, and it kind of wakes you up. Everybody else around you is still asleep. Valorant and Donovan are both kind of like in their hibernating mode on
When you
Windows
say tree
PC.
brush, you mean outside the cave or inside?
Inside tree brush. You hear a little bit of shaking and you hear a
I
twig
honestly,
snap.
sorry, I don't understand. What you mean. We're in a cave, right?
Yeah, you're in a cave, and what I had said is when when Vikavor cast his spell inside, he saw a bunch of like trees that were essentially put inside of the cave with other brush and bushes and moss and stuff. So there's like vegetation inside the cave at the
Sorry,
back
I
of it.
missed that part. Okay,
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. So as
Or
Snoopy starts getting
is
over
that the
there and
smell
no,
that I? Okay.
no. As you start sniffing around and stuff, you end up like you move one of the branches, and like this, you see this like bundle of leaves and stuff tumble and fall and sort of roll out into the middle of the cave. And as you go to see what it is, it starts to move and unfold, and it outstretches its wings, and you see its long tail, its long neck with horns made out of tree branches. A little baby forest dragon.
Oh shit!
And it kind of looks at you sideways, and it opens up its mouth, and it's like ah, 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 ah.
I tilt my head at it.
It kind of perks, like stretches its neck back a little bit and perks as you're doing this, like just observing you from different angles.
I'm gonna try the play bow.
Okay, you do that, and it kind of like it ruffles its wings out and furls it out to where he's got like a probably like a 4 foot wingspan, even at this being this small. He's pretty big, and he kind of does the same thing, and then he jumps from like the left side to the right side, and then comes up to try to tackle you.
All right.
Saber
No.
Wolf, you hear this kind of like horse roughhousing going on inside the cave.
Who hears that?
Saber Wolf. The rest of
Okay.
you were dead ass asleep, and
All right. I turn my head to look inside the cave, and then I get off my perch from on top of the rock and peek my head inside.
you see Snoopy playing with a bunch of twigs in the shape of a dragon.
What the? And then I just walk towards them. What do we have here? What is this?
I turn and is like, I made a friend. I like scurry around.
Hmm. If
Oh.
I'm not
It comes
mistaken,
up
looks
to
like
you and it sits and it stretches its neck to where it's a little less. It gets up to about mid torso on you, and it opens up its mouth. Oh, oh.
Well, if I am not mistaken, there's like a dragon. Never seen any of these before.
Oh.
I'm gonna go and like do the play pat with his tail.
And
With the knuckle of my finger, I end up scratching under his chin.
it starts to relax a little bit, and as he's puppy pouncing on the tail, it keeps moving its tail out of the way, trying to avoid having you do that.
I realize that he's not really having it, and then I like get in my pack. I have some puppy rations, and I like set it in front of him.
He looks at it, he sniffs it, and then he devours it. Almost as if he hasn't eaten in quite a while.
And it wasn't the berries. Just making sure.
Okay.
That was. It was anything but the berries.
Not the berries!
Now, where did this little thing come from?
He was
Kind
over
of
there.
intriguing.
Okay. I am gonna get this. Does this thing smell like a tree, or does it have its unique scent?
Yeah, it smells exactly like you start sniffing it, and it smells like moss and dirt and tree.
I'm gonna like kind of disengage from the situation and go around the cave and see if it's possible that there's more or bigger ones. But pretty sneakily is how I want to go about it.
Okay. So as you're sniffing around, you get this stench from all that forest brush and stuff like that. Like, it hits you in the face. Like, this is reeking of it. As you start digging through it to see if maybe there's more like this, you don't see anything else. Nothing else is moving or anything like that. But you start sniffing the other like barren portions of the cave, and you get this scent. And there's something different about it, something more alive.
I guess am I able to observe?
Do you mean like the
a little-
cave?
The cave's not alive. No, you smell this scent, but there's something like there's another essence with it, as if there's other scents tied to it, in a way. making whatever bears this scent well traveled.
Am I able to like check the little dragon's wings to see if there are like any like visual markings or anything like that?
I mean, you look him over, and he looks like a fairly healthy young wormling. He's definitely newer to the world than other dragons that you've heard about and stuff like that. Like you imagine that the first time you saw a dragon, it'd be huge. This little guy is like, he's actually probably about the same size as Snoopy. He's just got more going on, like with his wingspan and stuff like that. So, but
Okay. Am I able to lift him up?
yeah,
All right.
you go in to
I
grab
lift-
him, and he allows you to do it. And as you get up close to him, he kind of takes this opportunity to start sniffing you. And he starts to nip at your mask, trying to take it off.
I yank away immediately. Ah, no, no, no. Ah, that is not for grabs.
It starts to back away from you.
Dracaris.
It starts backing away, and it's making this sort of like panic sound as you like swatted it away and pulled back from it, and it runs towards the opening of the cave and starts to like at this
I'm
point,
gonna get some
Vicavor,
food.
you hear it and you can wake up.
I'm gonna get some food, like I had, and like put it in front of him with my mage hand, like, hey.
Okay, so I'm awake right now.
Correct. And
Fireball.
you see this mossy looking dragon just like screaming outside of the cave.
All right.
It
Snoopy's
doesn't
right there
seem
behind him, right?
interested in your food.
Wee woo, wee woo. Wee woo. I
You
say,
guys
all
think
right,
we should-
everybody
we
out,
should-
go now.
Do you think we should get this thing back inside?
I think we should get the fuck outside. I
Okay,
think he's calling his mama right now.
All right, let's get out.
All right. And then I stomp out the fire. All right.
Okay.
That's for the best. We need to go.
Okay. So you guys leave the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As you start walking closer, the green dragon looks at you and is startled, so it starts to scream even louder and starts flapping its wings. And as it gets to right about where the lake is, Saber Wolf, you see those eye stalks pop up, and you see these tendrils of water lash out towards the little dragon, wrapping around it and pull it into the lake, and it's screaming. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, geez.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, had to smack it in the mouth.
To be fair, okay?
To be fair, questionable decisions were made all night.
Indeed.
And questionable rolls.
Very questionable rolls. Yeah, that was pretty dreadful. But it
How many
happens, I
ones
guess,
did I
right?
roll? At
Yeah.
least 5. Remember
I-
when I crit though 5 times in one combat? Yeah.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, I started off really strong in battle, and then like it was all downhill really fast.
All right. Well, let me end my stream, and I'll be right back. All right. Very good session 1, I'd say. The party have made enemies already, which is, to be expected. That's D&D for you. And now they have the opportunity to make a really great ally, possibly. There's no telling. I don't know where I want to go with this this baby forest dragon. but I did want something powerful in this forest to be have its presence known by the party.